All right, so you are. When we pick up, everybody, the goblin and Sanishi, probably about 30 feet from where the tunnel ends. Slowly moving ahead. Again, the goblin's hands are bound. There's a gag around its mouth. What is the marching order again? I know Sanishi was first. What marching order are you guys going in?
I was in the back.
So,
Because I checked to make sure the kitty wasn't going to come home with me and love me forever.
Okay.
It seemed like it was not.
No.
So I left it alone.
No. It was
all right, who would be after Sanishi then?
Probably somebody making sure I'm not killing all the goblins.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
She might listen.
Then.
I mean, there's a 50-50 chance.
You'll go third? Oh.
Maybe a 60-40.
Yeah, it probably
that
makes
she'll
sense to
listen.
me.
Icky.
We might be at that point.
Geisen and Grubba. All right.
I've been listening to you pretty decently.
All right, so the goblin is still shaking as he's slowly moving forward. Everybody still has to hunch over because the ceiling's only about 4 feet.
It's not like basically
All right,
crawling.
almost everybody. 2 of you do not need to hunch over. You are. It's just bare. It's like kind of brushing the top of your hair lightly, but you're good.
So we get advantage on all our attacks.
That's how that works.
I don't think that's how it works.
Absolutely how it works. Don't let anybody tell you how it works.
All right, so the goblin is. You see him. You see him quaking and just making just this low, just sad noise, just very depressed. Almost makes you feel sorry for him as you continue forward. When you get about 10 feet, when you get about 10 feet from where the opening is, you actually because of the angle, you can actually start to see what's coming up in front of you. There is a rope bridge that spans a gulf between the cliff and a roundish, flat-topped island, 60-some feet to the north away from the shore. Thick patches of nettles and briars grow here and atop the island, but its most impressive feature is the wooden one-story stockade that sits in the center of the island. 2 30-foot-tall watchtowers guard the stockade's southern facade, which has 2 large wooden doors that face where you're coming from. The rope bridge itself is made of hairy rope and thick wooden planks. The whole thing creaks and sways as the wind above the churning surf that you can tell is about 80 feet down. And both sides of the cliff, even from what you can see, are pretty...
Does it look like it's going to hold Sanishi?
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should probably spend the whole session crossing.
slowly
Yeah, I was
crossing
gonna
the
say,
bridge.
bridges are only weakness.
So when you get about 10 feet, you're able to see this, and then the goblin just stops. And he actually like pulls a step back with Sanishi, and with his mouth covered, just goes,
Sanishi, let him speak.
Stupid fucking goblin. Fine. Take the thing out.
Thank you, long shank and green lady.
Fucking thank me. I think you should die still.
Listen. The bridge, it's trapped. There's a rope on the side. If too many big folks go on it, it will fall. You need to let me set it right. And across the way, they don't know you're coming. The doors, they're always open. They're all so lazy. The guard towers, they should be watching. Probably sleeping or raiding the pickles again, like always. And around the outside of the island, there's usually goblins on goblin dogs that should be patrolling, but they're far too confident. We can get over as long as we're quiet. And then I take you down to the lower chambers. That's where she is. Her and her friends. Goblins don't go down.
How many friends does she have down there? Usually.
She's got one bugbear that she brought with her. Berthasmus. Oh, he hates goblins. He hates elves.
Everybody hates goblins.
He actually especially looks at you and says, he hates elves. He has a necklace with ears. Only elf ears.
Okay.
And
Is
she
there
has...
anyone in this chamber that we shouldn't take out? That's required for your tribe to...
Goblins don't go down anymore.
Perfect.
Any goblin who went down never made it back up.
So kill
There were
everyone in there.
howls. Do what you want. Just kill the wench.
Cool. Let's kill the island.
Once we've killed everyone in there, and we come back out, what stops you from turning on us?
We have a deal. I will be back.
I cover Sinishi's mouth.
I will be back as Rip Nugget's trusted advisor. I knew the raid on Sandpoint was terrible. I told them they would have there would be retribution.
And you don't
with
think Rip Nugget
horses.
is going to come after you for this?
Why would he know?
Fair.
I will wait for you. When you come up,
Do you
I will
want Rip
sneak
Nugget
you out.
taken out?
As soon as you say that, he looks hurt and angry and just astounded that you would even mention such a thing. He is my war chief.
I wanted to make sure that you
No.
had been compromised and that you found someone else better to lead your tribe.
There is no one better than Rip Nugget.
Fair enough.
So you go down.
I only
You
cover
do your
him off.
thing. Beware.
Let me test my battle paralysis against their war chief. It's a war chief, sir.
Shinichi, there's many chances for that to happen still.
So the bridge you said is
Yes,
trapped.
sir.
How is
Thank
it trapped? What will you do to set it right?
There are extra ropes that, when connected in the right spots, allowed us to bring a horse over last week. I know it can hold you.
What are you trying to say?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, guys, I weigh less than a horse. Okay,
This sounds like a great
come on
idea.
now.
So,
Is
please,
anyone opposed to this so far?
unbind my hands.
Hold on. I would just like to point out, not being a great fan of goblins myself, that if you do turn on us, we will make sure your entire island burns, and Sinishi will laugh while we do it.
He looks at you, and then looks at Sinishi and goes, "You have nothing to worry about."
I hope not.
It might burn anyway.
So then he holds his hands out.
I do not trust this
Please.
goblin. I don't trust any goblin. They are all liars and thieves. It's in their blood. He's gonna betray us. He's probably might even be
It wasn't
lying.
long ago that elves and dwarves couldn't get each other to sit in the same room. It wasn't long before that orcs and humans were at each other's throats constantly. It wasn't
Yeah,
long
you
before
think I
that
was
before
born.
gnomes and Orokorra were constantly hateful of each other. I mean, you could see just watching these two
I don't know
the
about
racial
that one.
slangs back and forth.
We bonded over sludge water.
I'm sorry, I missed that part. I must not have been there.
Yeah.
Very good. The point is, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, and if he does betray us, I'll let Sanishi off the chain and just sit back and watch. Actually, I'll probably help. I'll make a deal with you. Further make a deal with you. I'm not asking for loyalty. I'm not asking for anything but honesty. As long as you're honest and you follow through with your word, you will make it out of this. Not necessarily the war chief. Agreed?
Yes.
Cut his bonds.
I'm roughly the same weight as a goblin, right?
A little bit more. You goblins would probably be about half your overall mass.
Oh.
They're a normal. Not all goblins are the same size, but a normal goblin, especially this one, because he's definitely more of a magic wielder than a fighter. They're very slender and sickly and just very small. 2.5, 3 feet tall, where you're about 4 feet tall, I believe.
And
Sounds right.
Geralda, just he's 3. This is not like, but you should be nicer to your cat.
I said sorry.
Apologize to the cat. I think
He holds out his hands.
Sanishi.
Growling.
Now, wait. And then he starts moving forward the 10 feet to the end, and then there's another 5-6 feet between the end of the tunnel and where the bridge actually is. He looks.
I have my axe up, ready to throw it at him.
He
very
looks.
visibly.
Crouches down, moves slowly. His eyes, you can see or you can't see his eyes. His head kind of scanning back and forth trying to hit all sides of the island. He makes it to the edge of the post where the 2 wooden posts are, makes it to one of them, reaches over, and you can see him messing with a series of knots. Does that for a couple of minutes, pulls tight, looks again, and then
The rope falls into the sea.
nope. And then you see him flatten himself against the ground, just throw himself flat on the ground and just wait. 1 breath, 2 breaths. And then he pushes himself back up, dusts himself off, and then ducks down and comes back. It's clear. Come.
What was that bit where you hit the ground?
I'll go.
Thought I heard the dogs. And then he turns around and starts leading you across the bridge.
I'll go. I'll check for traps along the way.
So everybody.
Can we all go at once? He indicated that it might
He indicated that it could hold all of you. Once he said it.
Okay.
He said it would hold all of you.
All right.
Check. Investigation.
I fucking hate my dice. Investigation. 7.
7? Seems fine.
I'm gonna do an investigation as well. With
You're checking for traps? What are you investigating?
I'm gonna check for traps on the bridge. With a 1 or 20.
Okay.
So even or odd.
Well, which one's which?
Oh, shit.
Evens 20, odds 1.
19. So
19?
That
Seems fine.
seems fine. Yeah.
Or does she find a trap?
Nope.
She is the trap.
Yes, at this
It's
point.
true.
she takes 2 steps and then just kind of hops off.
No. This whole thing requires that we be quiet. I heard that. She is the trap.
Or it's like Indiana Jones and she'll just start cutting the bridge.
She stops halfway. Alright, so you continue across. You duck down. Is he still scanning? But move very slowly. Thanks, Alexa. The stockade is made of thick wood. As you get closer, and your eyes reveal that most of the wood seems to have been scavenged from what looks like ships. A few nameplates remain affixed to some of the beams, while other timbers look like they might have once been masts. It looks very cobbled together. It is standing, but it definitely doesn't look like it was made with much skill or has been here an exceedingly long time. As you continue to traverse the bridge, you see just on the other side of it, there's about a 15-foot beaten down path that leads to 2 very large wooden doors, very tall wooden doors. And as you get closer, you can see that they're actually partway open.
Okay.
And you make it across the bridge without issue. He moves up to the door, and it didn't take a whole session this time. You move to the door, you follow him, he stops at the door, holds his hand, and then kind of goes up, and you see him looking in. And then he starts to open the door very slowly.
I stealth up behind him.
Alright, if you're going to do that, give me a stealth check. As he opens the door, gets it about a quarter of the way, and then you all hear a...
Damn it.
And he stops. And you can see his head go down, and he starts breathing heavy. And then he just waits. No movement.
17 in my stealth.
And then he begins to open it again the rest of the way. It's open just enough so that his shoulders can go through.
So if I go through sideways?
Yes. I mean, his shoulder, yeah, it's for his shoulders. So most normal, medium-sized creatures would be able to turn sideways and slide in without having to open the door more. And then you see him disappear inside the door.
I'll turn sideways and follow him. Do I see anything that I need to immediately...
Okay. So everybody's still... Are you all still staying close to each other? Or are you letting a gap happen? Just so we know what everybody else is doing.
Well, so I'm following up right behind him. I'm near the door, but waiting to hear from him before going in.
Okay. So you go in. It is extremely dark. There's one barely what looks like it might have been a burning torch at one point, but it's just embers. It gives enough light in the room. You're a half elf, right?
Yep.
So you have dark vision?
Yep.
All right, more than enough light for you to be able to see clearly. The floor of this room is hard-packed soil, as if the building either ran out of lumber after building the walls and the roof, or they simply never thought about building a floor. The number of poorly preserved horse and dog heads are mounted along the eastern wall,
Smells wonderful.
while along the southern wall hangs a pair of large black feathered wings tacked to the wall with daggers. As you step in, you see Rip Nugget about halfway into the room, and he stopped and he's looking back at you. The room is about 25 feet long and about 15 feet wide. It's rectangular. As you step in, on the western side, you see another set of double doors that is closed. Directly ahead of you, you see a single door, a set of double doors right next to it, and then a hallway that goes off to the east. And he looks at you, and as soon as he sees you, he begins moving towards the hallway.
So nothing aggressive yet.
Not that you've seen.
Okay, so the hand that's still kind of out the door, I kind of motion everybody to come on in, and I'll move farther into the room.
Turn sideways and shimmy my way
I told
in.
you 17 for stealth, I'm sorry.
You did. When we step in here, are you moving quietly?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, can I get a stealth roll?
I'm attempting a shimmy.
Ho ho!
I love it. Everyone beats the freaking rogue at stealth.
17.
7.
Ah!
Sorry, I have the word shimmy in my
Oh.
head. What are we doing?
Not everyone.
Stealth.
not bad.
Stealth. Thank you.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
Wow, I rolled 14, so 15.
There you go.
How the
I'm a master of the shimmy.
fuck did
19.
I get that
19?
stealth out of
Damn.
this?
All right. So
Work.
the average more than makes up for the single low roll. So yeah, you guys you kick up a little bit of dust from the dirt floor as you move, but you can't even hear your own movement echoing off the wooden walls.
Stop ruffling your feathers.
As
I
you
have 10 more feet.
you follow to the far end of the room, and like I said, as on the far end on the west.
Single door, double door, and
Single door, double door, and then
The
a
curve.
hallway. You see immediately as you turn the hallway, about 5 feet, like right away, there's another door, single door, double door, a little bit of space, and then another single door. And Rib Nugget stands at this door with his hand on the door handle and waves everybody over.
Seriously, goblin architecture and decorating are so disgusting.
As he sees everybody begin to approach, he begins to push the door open quietly. And you can see that it leads to a small, like 5-foot landing, and then stairs that go down, and then go around and continue to go down. He waves everybody over to come closer to him.
This will take you to the main hall. Just kill the harpy woman. I can't tell you what's down there, because nobody that's been down there has ever come back up. I know the harpy woman.
Stage whisper, by the way,
Right.
in case anyone was curious. Because I don't think I can do this voice at a very,
Well,
very quiet level.
yeah. That would sound.
The harpy woman, Berthasmus, and 2 more Longshanks. And the howls. Nobody knows what they are, but every time we hear them, everybody cowers on the floor. Keep yourself safe enough to kill her. And then, hopefully you make it back.
And the
Commander,
door's all open.
I vote that this goblin learns what's down there and comes the fuck with us.
He shakes his head.
I don't.
I think that would ruin any chance at stealth
No,
that we have.
I will not go down there.
Put a leash on him and pin him down.
He
You know,
has
like a
been
dog
good
on
to
a
his
bone.
word so far.
Yep.
But he's a goblin.
She's got a point. He's probably a pretty easy ticket for us out of here.
Do we know his name yet? No, Rip Nugget was the.
Goblin 2.
I do not believe anybody's asked
Oh,
him.
I asked him what his name is. Certainly not so I could
It's
carve it
not
on
Rip
his
Nugget.
ears.
Rip Nugget's the
potentially
goblin.
later.
Rip Nugget, it was War Chief Rip Nugget.
Yes, War Chief.
Is the one that he said
Yeah.
with betwixt.
Gogmort.
I'm sorry.
Gogmort.
Gogmort. Okay.
Gogmort.
Thank you. It matters.
It's a better name than Rip Nugget.
Better name than
Don't
Gogmort,
besmirch,
which is what I
Alita.
thought you first said.
Okay. Grelda loves all things, battle trophies. Those are some really big wings. Does she recognize them?
Give
Or
me
Okra.
a nature check.
Nature.
There are a Kokra for sure.
Eh.
Just say it when he comes back.
Can I give her advantage on it or whatever? Can I help her?
Yeah,
say
you could.
That,
I should not be doing this.
that looks like an
Too
natural
late.
one to me.
And you have advantage, so roll
I
it
have
again.
really
No.
high nature, but it's probably too late for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's too late now. But I will take your assistance. Oh, that's a little better. 9.
9?
I have a -1. I apparently don't care much about the green thing.
Well,
They're leathery and they're large.
Leathery. I thought they were feathery.
Maybe they're leathery and
Oh, no, you're
feathery.
right. Black feathered wings. I apologize.
feather feather.
Are they about?
They're. You can tell they were. They were from a medium-sized humanoid. Somebody human or half elf sized. Something that size. Not small.
Air Coker sized.
No.
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra are big.
Yeah. Not quite as large of wings as your friend.
So an Air Coker child, perhaps?
A tween,
Ouch!
maybe?
Ouch!
A Tweety Tween.
Hey,
A tweeny tween, yes.
That's
Yes.
What are the wings, Mom?
War Chief Rip Nuggets' greatest victory. He killed a harpy. They've been up there longer than any of them.
Wait, if he killed a harpy, why the fuck is he now working with a harpy?
Because goblins are stupid. It's not a
Goblins are
harpy.
so stupid. He's been calling them a
He said
harpy.
he said she's no better than a harpy. He didn't actually say she was.
Well, he keeps
a harpy.
referring to her as Harpy Woman.
hey. Let's go kill the things that we're gonna go kill. Look, I get it that you love killing goblins. I get it, but you know there are bigger things than goblins that are much more battle worthy. I'll leave her with that thought and continue down the stairs.
Okay.
Fun.
Is everybody following?
I make a
Yes.
mental note that I'm probably going to steal some of those feathers later and then give them to him because he seems to like feathers.
I think that.
Are you pulling them down?
No, I'm going to do that after.
Oh.
Making a mental note. to
On the
give
way
it
out.
later.
What's up?
By the way,
I think
our
the
feet.
goblin plays help on my way down.
He looks very surprised. And
You're welcome.
okay, so everybody
Yep, I just kind of.
moves
Kill
down
you
the
and burn your home.
move down the stairs.
Just a thought. Do we want to send my owl down to scout things out first?
Only if we can see him
Got
on the
more.
screen.
What she said, that was Orcish for thanks.
Sure.
Or do we want to just go down there?
Let's just go down there and kill
Let's go
shit.
down there.
Yeah.
You know how hard this has been on me? We're in a fucking goblin village and I haven't been able to kill a fucking thing.
Alright, so I have intentionally not described the map up to this point. I wanted to give theater of mind a shot, but it's going to start getting complicated now that we're in a dungeon, so we're using the map.
Oh, so now it's getting complicated. When we were walking through all these
That was just a
Bramble.
mental exercise on my
it's
own. I
one
wanted to
room,
see if I
couple
could
doors, not a big
convey it properly. So I have a map for it. I just wanted to
I
see if I could
followed
do
it.
it.
Oh,
I would have preferred that, but I
It's not
followed it.
lazy. of
Yeah,
me.
yeah, and I followed it too. Just, we're
Opposite, actually.
Yeah.
in a
Very
goddamn
unlazy.
bramble maze.
No.
That
You,
would have been.
you didn't want to go through the production value of having an actual map. So lazy.
And I
So if you guys are gonna argue, I'm gonna go.
no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We've got
We'll argue
another
later.
half hour before break.
Okay.
All right. So as you make your way down, all right, a single lantern hangs from a hook on the wall next to where the stairs enter this room from the north. Several rickety doors open to this main room, and a few discarded dog pelt rugs lie forgotten in the northeast corner. There is, as you step down, on the on the eastern wall, there is a door. Right here, there's a door. There are 3 single doors on the southern wall. They're each separate. There is a door on the western wall, and there is a door on the northern wall.
Good.
All of which are closed.
Doors.
Thank God
There
we found a lot of
is.
places for
You do
activities.
also notice that there's stonework down here. It's high quality stonework.
Ooh!
Oh God.
I investigate the stonework. With
No,
my...
no,
I'm stone cutting.
She
On the way
is.
down the stairs, I
Oh, okay.
I relight his coin just in case.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Yeah, she specifically has a stone cutting
Okay.
ability to.
Yes, very nice of you to keep me doing another portable. However, in this one
No,
way...
Grilda, don't look at the floor.
Stop looking! We only have one chance to look. Only one of us can look at the floor.
Oh. So it's the origin of stonework. I'm considered proficient in the history skill and add double my proficiency bonus to it.
Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll a history check for me, and then add double your proficiency bonus, which I believe is 2.
What is... Oh, I see. So,
So there should be a history check,
Yep.
and then you should have a proficiency bonus.
I see it.
So roll a history check, so whatever your history bonus is, and then add also double your proficiency.
Just point of curiosity. This inspiration card, I must use it before I decide to roll my first time, correct?
I will say no.
Okay.
Any inspiration you have, you can roll and then choose to use it.
Alright.
Because there's no point in doing that kind of thing if we're wasting it on a natural 20. So, yes, you can roll, and then even on a natural 1, you can use it.
Sweet.
I will allow it.
I'm gonna just go with the natural one, which gives me a 9 total. Yes. Yes, I know.
Okay.
It came from
Wait,
a
and you
mountain.
doubled your proficiency and everything?
Because
I'm
their
sure
proficiency
you
bonus, so
did
she
that.
got a 1, so double her proficiency is 4, so that would be 5, and then
Okay,
your
I'll buy
history
what
is
kind
4.
of mountain?
My
One
history
made of
gives me a negative
stone.
1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my.
Plus 7.
I know.
Actually, so...
I
Oh,
like
it's too
stone.
late.
It's too late.
Too late. What you
You
can
could've
tell...
helped me, though.
The only thing you can tell is that this looks...
Like stone.
It looks kind of familiar.
Oh,
It's like
could it
stone.
potentially be similar to the stuff in the other...
You have an inkling in the back of your head that you've seen this sort of stonework before. Can't place where.
Well, I don't take the time to draw a dick in it this time, so...
And as of right now, I'm just going to use Geisen to represent the party until combat happens.
Makes sense. Just the important.
Just the important one. But yes, so what are you doing?
Opening doors!
Oh God. I went down first, so I'm looking at 3 doors. She runs up and says, "Oh, look, a door on the left," and off we go.
No, well, maybe not quite that.
Going to the door on the left?
No, I mean I was mocking. I imagine that's what she would be doing because I was going towards the 3 doors, and I imagine that right behind me we have a rather large individual going, "Oh, look, a door on the left," and she just ignored what I was doing.
No. If a goblin were to come out of a door, then yes.
So
That's a
Instead of
goblin.
that, what are we doing?
Door in the middle.
Middle
Middle
door?
of the 3 doors.
Are you looking at it or
I am looking at it. I am checking.
So everybody is
Geisen is
everybody
checking for
following,
traps.
or are people doing different things?
Nope.
I think we should stop looking
I will
at things.
investigate the
following.
door before he opens it.
Okay.
I'll stick kind of near the.
Would you like to
stairs.
also, or would you like to help, or separate?
You want me to do it?
You're
or
what?
you
I'm
gonna
sorry?
help?
Sticking
I
near the
have
door
plus
and
7,
hallway, all
and
weary
the
like.
investigation.
Oh, right.
Investigation.
Check for traps.
Towards the hallway going up.
Or is checking for traps a different?
That's
Checking
yeah.
for traps is investigation.
So
If you could investigate the door. You don't have to specifically check for traps, but if you get a high investigation as part of your
Go
looking
ahead.
at the door.
Are you gonna assist me?
yes, I will assist.
2 9s. That's funny.
2 9s.
16.
16.
15.
Oh, you rolled 2.
Just to see.
Yep.
Alright, hold on a second. Okay. There you go. Just have to change the music.
That was a subtle,
Alright,
subtle hint. He's changing the music.
okay. The door is not locked. You don't see anything unusual about the door. You can tell it's not locked, and that's it.
Okay.
Doesn't appear to be trapped. You don't notice anything
Fantastic.
odd about it.
I step aside because the wizard should not go first.
No, not really, Shinichi. Okay, go ahead.
Can I just open the door?
Open the door nicely, please.
Okay.
Door, please open. And I turn the knob and open the door.
Okay. You see a hallway going to the south.
Thank you.
And
for
then-
using the door.
I know. Thank you, door, for
At the end of the hallway, it turns to the west. That's all you can see.
Is that nice enough, Commander?
Yes, thank you, Sanishi. That was very pleasant. I slide past her and go down to
Is the hallway
the corner.
Yes, there is a torch at the end of the hall.
I
As
stealth.
if that matters.
When I get close to the corner, I stealth and sneak
to me.
my head around the corner and see what I see.
It actually matters to everybody because dark vision still
I
requires
guess that's true. Dark vision.
still requires a little bit of
Some
light to be able to see. Okay, you see it curves 90 degrees into another long hallway.
Erasmus.
There are 4 doors,
You see,
and then there's
name
there's one on the far end.
suspended in the air in the hallway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not the first time we've seen.
This is not the
words
first time
on-
that you've had, yeah.
Yeah. Is it written in blood?
Anyway,
I have a strange feeling that there could be enemies in this room.
there is a single door at the very end of the hall, and then there are 2 doors on each side leading down. There's door, and then a door at the very end.
Commander, I can really nicely open doors.
A lot of doors down here.
They,
I'm gonna go listen in and then I'll come back.
okay.
Sanishi, I learned kind of an interesting throwing your voice trick not too long ago. Hold on, before I say that. Okay. Yes. It'll sound like I'm whispering to you, and you'll be able to whisper back, and I should be able to hear it. It's pretty cool, but I haven't tried it a lot, so we're gonna try it this time. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna listen, and if I hear anything, I'll let you know so you can tell everyone else. Fair? Or is that way too much for you?
That's cool, Commander.
Can you reliably pass on the message that I give to you when I... Fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
This is so neat.
Oh god. Maybe I should have picked the wizard.
You definitely should have picked
I
the
should have
wizard.
picked the wizard. Alright, I stealth down to the first two doors, and I quietly listen at each door without
Okay.
actually touching the door, please.
Alright, give me a perception check.
No! I mean, okay. Natural 19, so it's a 22.
22? You don't hear
I hear nothings?
nothing.
You don't hear
Nothing through either of the 2 doors.
Okay, then I go
Berthasmus
forward.
or anything?
I don't hear anyone breathing. Berthasmus. I go to the next 2 doors and do the same.
Alright, give me another perception.
No, I like this roll.
Nope. And that was great for that one.
I'll take the natural 20 instead.
Oh, there you go. You
So it's 20.
again hear nothing.
Not even like bugs in the wood chewing away.
There's no wood. This is
Natural
stone.
The doors
The walls are
aren't wood?
stone.
The doors aren't wood.
The doors aren't stone, are they?
The doors aren't stone.
Okay, that's
Walls
what
are
I'm
stone.
listening at. I'm listening at the doors. The bugs could be chewing in the door. Anyway,
Could be.
I go to the end of the hall and listen to that final door. I have to
Alright.
roll again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 15.
15?
And I cast the cantrip message.
Mhm.
Finish.
Holy crap, I didn't think this spell worked.
It's not a spell. Damn it, it's just throwing my voice. Shut up. I'm not a freak. Sanishi,
Hey, Commander,
there's no noise coming through any of the doors.
this is so
You
cool.
can reply.
This is so cool. Okay, so no noise. Guys, there's no noise. The Commander can talk to me. You're the Commander.
It's the best thing ever.
Life choices. I cast it again. I will stay at these 3 doors listening. Please come to the first 2 doors, pick one and go through.
Should I go through it nicely?
From the end of the hall, I nod.
You would be able to see this.
Okay. All right, guys. We're going to go to the first set of doors, and I'm going to pick one and go through it nicely. Hi, door.
Which door are you picking?
Which one?
I
The
guess
north or the south?
the one to the north, I guess.
You're north or her north?
There's only one north.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Your military north?
military north. She'd understand that.
Well,
Alright, so are you opening the door?
Probably.
hi, door. I'm Sanishi. He's gonna open you now. Nicely. Turn the knob and open.
It turns freely. You open the door. This one-person bedroom shows many signs of having been lived in. The bed itself is rumpled and unmade. A half-eaten meal of bread and smoked salmon sits on the nightstand. A few articles of dirty clothing sit at the foot of the bed.
Why would they be reading about dirty clothing?
That's pretty good.
All of a sudden,
it's a
because of a
fetish
stupid
magazine.
question, an alarm goes off.
It's a fetish magazine. Just go with it.
I think I hear one of them silent alarms.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
I've taken myself out of the picture for a minute. So what did the rest of the troop?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
can
Fish. Ew.
Everybody's together.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at the things that have been left in the room and see if I can gather some kind of notion of when the room was last occupied.
Give me an investigation check.
Natural 20. -1 modifier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does nobody learn that, like, no.
Let the wizard go in and look at stuff.
The first person to think of looking looks.
Alright,
There's no explodies
so-
in here. Let the wizard go in.
you can tell this is a fairly fairly bare room. You can tell by the because of your familiarity with fish and how cool this fish is, the temperature it's at. You can tell it's been sitting here for maybe a couple hours at most.
Alright, I communicate that to everybody. So,
Mr.
room
Fish.
so
His fish powers.
somewhat recently occupied.
What?
Does anybody like toss the room and see if there's anything else interesting in here? We want to open up some other doors.
Are the dirty magazines about goblin clothes or are they about?
You don't know. You'd have to open them.
I don't think I'm.
So,
You pick it up and the pages are sticky.
why don't we move on to the next room?
Can I meanly open the other door?
There's no response.
Commander!
Oh God!
I cast message. Shh. What?
Can I rudely open the other door?
Sure.
I turned to the soft door.
I can't believe you said yes to that.
Right.
Okay.
She already yelled
Door!
commander down the
You
hall.
horrible,
yeah.
awful, dirty, filthy door!
So you're all kind of standing around. You're inside of the room when this is going on.
I'm gonna open you right now!
Do I hear noise coming from this end of the hallway
I-
now?
Like, rudely open
You hear her.
the door.
That's the other end of the hallway.
That's what you hear.
Okay.
You hear her. Are you opening the door?
Yep.
All right.
Rudely.
Alright, this bedchamber has a faint, musty odor. The bed is covered in matty gray and black hair, and bloodstains mar the stone floor, while a morbid stack of birds' feet lie in a heap on the floor by the side of the bed.
I'm so glad I'm not there because I would say something so inappropriate right now.
This is so much cooler than the
I don't
other
think you
room.
can see it yet.
No, I can't.
That's
No, you are currently in the other room.
Cut.
As he's reminded us, he's not a bird.
Still.
out of respect for his heritage. We did leave the maggoty bird floating in the weird room.
With the halo of maggots.
Yeah. Okay, so I closed the door to that room so that he doesn't have to look in.
Okay.
I report back. Nothing new there.
Aww.
Okay.
That room could have been
Next
fun.
room.
You moving down? Okay. Oh, you're at the second set of doors.
Take
Oh.
the north one.
I'll take the north one. I'll just open it normally. I'm done playing around. Fine. I'll just be boring.
Uh-oh.
I just want to
Gotta look at pages.
This room is clean and well organized. A low dresser to the southwest has a stack of papers sitting atop it, weighted down by a large chunk of obsidian, while to the northwest sits a well-made bed.
Commander?
Yeah.
You seem to like papers and stuff.
Guys and yours. Check it out.
So I go in and take a look around the room and specifically at the papers.
Huh? Give me an investigation check.
Does anybody need to help me or anything?
I
or-
am also interested in the papers. And the obsidian on the papers, because I like...
24.
24? Let's see. When you pick up the papers from the nightstand, they immediately look familiar to you. They look like rough drafts of the papers you had found on Suto. They look like rough, I mean, you can tell they're drawings, parts are scratched out, words are written and then crossed out, and it looks like a very rough draft of that, is specifically the plan of attack that he had drawn out. Looks like a rough draft of that, and also you read things that talk about blackmailing his father, making sure they'd be able to use the tunnels because the old bastard wouldn't be able to tell him no.
Can I keep the obsidian?
Is obsidian worth something?
Not particularly.
It is to her.
Not in resale value. It's probably-
You craft it well enough, it should be pretty damn sharp.
Also very brittle.
Depends on what you want to use it for.
True.
If you craft it nice, it makes beautiful jewelry.
Or you can simply treat it nicely, talk to it softly at night.
So
It's probably a 3-4 pound just paperweight.
I want to be around when Sasha gets jealous.
So I go back out to the hallway and I quietly explain to them that looks like this was Suto's room, and there are notes that he had written while he was working on their battle plan,
Anything new
but I
from
don't
what
see
you saw?
anything useful.
Okay. Self door, please.
Open. Sesame!
Oh god.
I just want to fight something, Commander.
While this bedroom is clean and brightly lit by an ever-burning torch lying on the nightstand, its Spartan decor makes it unclear whether it's actually lived in.
Ever burning torch.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a. You see it on the nightstand. You can tell it's not extremely uncommon to see an ever-burning torch. This is more of a candle form, but it's producing a light without flame. It does give the flicker of a flame though.
You're a bird, not a moth.
But he likes to see.
He's got this deep-seated love of lamps that he just can't explain. Almost as if it was from another life.
Well,
But yes,
take
there
it.
is.
Does it burn things? Like, if you were to pocket it, would that be a terrible plan?
You can find out.
Go right ahead
Or
and find out.
Feather it?
I
as the case
think
may be?
my glowing coin will be just fine.
My curiosity is not such that I would set things on fire, yet we have promised not to do so.
I'm gonna walk in and touch the flame.
There's not actually a flame.
Or touch the...
It is-
Touch the torch.
It's
Pick
an
it up.
illusion.
It's cool to the touch. You don't feel any heat coming off of
Put
it.
it in my bag.
Cool. Write it down. Awesome. It's now dark in the room.
It is now dark in the room. You see a little bit of light coming from Sinishi's side pouch.
I will pull it. I'll pull it back out and hold it for us.
It's like when you turn off a flashlight. She just takes it and just whoop.
Kaisen, is there anything else in there?
I take a look around that room.
Okay.
You helping again?
I'm sure.
This stone was crafted in. Oh.
Good thing you were helping. 27.
27. Even though there is a bed made, you can't tell that it's been slept in at all, let alone recently.
Is there anything on the ceiling? No, nothing.
It attacks. No. No, there's
Honestly,
nothing there.
each one of these rooms would probably be good places to find magic items.
So there's no clue in here about
Oh, you just found one.
who might have lived here. or
It you
anything?
from with that high of an investigation, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like anybody spent much time in this room. It looks like it was prepared for someone, but it doesn't look like it's been utilized much. It was supposed
as soon as they seem to be finished with the north and south doors, I now will open the west door.
Do it nicely, Commander. Oh.
I pat it gently as she says that.
Okay, this large chamber seems to serve a dual purpose.
You
To the
scared
north
me.
is a fine bed with silk sheets, while to the south, a desk and a chair under a hanging lantern make a comfortable-looking study.
Ah, my room.
Is it an ever-burning lantern?
No, it is a normal lantern.
So somebody would have had to have lit this recently then for it to be burning?
Recently-ish.
Yeah.
Wait, is the bed made? Or is it rumpled? And...
It is currently rumpled.
Okay, so Sunishi giggles. She's really fucking bored at this point. So you're like, seriously, it has been like fucking days since we've killed anything. So Sunishi,
It's only been days since we met.
This is true.
fucking same thing, man.
It feels like it. Actually, I went back and watched it. The last 2 sessions have featured 0 combat.
Yeah, no, trust
I
me,
forgot about
I
that.
know.
So,
So Sunishi like
So
dashes
grab-
into
alright.
the room, grabs one of the silk
I've
sheets
learned to
off the
trust you,
bed, and
Grel-
puts it
Grelda.
on like a cape,
Grelda?
and like
I'm not big.
strikes a pose.
I'm
with
gonna
her axes.
investigate again.
Starts doing like superhero poses with the silk sheet tied on. Like,
16.
16? While it looks like this room has been used, you don't really find anything worthwhile. There is a stack of paper. It has been moved as though there was more and it had been used, but there's nothing in that stack that's been written on or has any markings on.
Can I just say, every time that I help you search, I imagine that you're going, and I'm over there like lifting the bed up.
Nothing under here.
Lift it higher, a little higher.
what thread count are the silk sheets?
What was that?
I am the
What's the
terror
thread count on the
that
silk sheets over
flaps
there?
in the night.
You spend the next 3 hours counting.
It looks to be about 350.
Not my sheet, because this is no longer a sheet, it is a cape! It is a cape for killing all the goblins, because we haven't killed something in forever,
And let's go
Commander!
do that. Let's go find some stuff to kill.
There isn't a lock on the outside of that door, is there?
It'll just make noise as she
Kill
breaks it.
things! This is what happens
I
when you
walk down
don't
the
let
hall.
your voice...
I follow.
I follow.
I shut the door behind him. If he doesn't leave a big gap, he comes with. But if there's a gap between him and the next person, I shut the door.
I open the door and go running down the hallway after them with my silk cape streaming behind me.
Is everybody else part of this movement?
I'm trying really hard not to be.
Yeah, with that, I'm with that. I mean, I'm following, but
That's more what I meant.
yeah.
Okay, out to the next door.
Okay, you make your way back.
I hang a
That's
tight
interesting.
left.
West.
Yes,
Or-
west. The door immediately to the west.
Go west. young man.
Okay.
Check for traps.
All right, give me an investigation.
Help. No help.
Not for traps.
Well, you already
I-
rolled. You have to say it
Oh.
before you roll.
Okay. Checking for traps. It's 12.
12. Looks like a normal door.
Okay. I tested. Is it locked?
Doesn't seem to be.
Fantastic. I open the door and walk in.
All right.
Stride confidently.
Might as well. I mean, I got all this behind me. I can walk in, get slaughtered, and I know
All right.
that we're going to go down afterwards.
I have a covering
Or
for your
your-
body.
Hey guys,
Please
shit's
say
happening.
the word. Say the word. Roll 4.
Prothasmus.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say initiative.
So you open the door, and as soon as the door opens, a spear comes flying at you. He heard earlier.
Really?
So he's been waiting.
I am so surprised by that.
Does the spear make contact?
I'll tell you in just a second.
There it is. Inquiring minds want to know. By the way,
So as you open the door, you see there's a bed on the far end, and sitting on the bed is a very large creature. It is covered in black and brown fur. It has like piecemeal leather armor with metal studs on the shoulders and metal wristbands. A big slobbering mouth with sharp teeth large eyes, and it had been waiting poised, and as soon as you open it, nope. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Weapon of warning, I can't be surprised. Neither can anyone within 30 feet of me. So if I'm not surprised because it warns me even to the point of waking me up.
So what does that say again? I'm sorry, just so I know.
Right, that's why I wanted to hand it to you before you
Let me read it out loud.
This magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically will awaken you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins.
Alright, so in that case,
As I open the door,
I
with
will,
spidey
as
sense,
you put your hand on the door, start to open it, and it's almost like Spider-Man cartoon. You just get that feeling in the back, and you just stop. Like before you even realize what you're doing, you stop, and you know
I'm an asshole.
there's something inside of there.
I'm an asshole.
So the door is partially open.
Hold on. I gotta roll a reaction check for. I'm an asshole and I do it. I stop. I take a step back. I bow and let Sanishi go in, saying nothing.
Is it an asshole move when it's exactly what she wants you to do?
Yeah, but kind of. I mean, I could say, "Oh, there's something in there," or
So what do you do,
"Here's your
Sanishi?
chance," or.
Uh,
I mean, if I was, but no, he.
I'm gonna walk up in front of the door.
I gotta have a dick.
Okay.
Square.
Just go.
Look at the command. I'm gonna close it.
He's waiting. It's waiting.
He what?
Something's waiting.
Oh, there's a thing.
Go!
Wanted
Go!
to open the door nicely.
All right.
because
At
you
this
weren't
point,
nice to
at this
it.
point, the door flies open, and a spear comes out at you, Sanishi.
Okay.
All right. So you aren't surprised, but that attack happens first,
Yep.
and then we will do initiative.
Okay.
So I'm surprised.
No, you were not.
There's no, and
technically
you aren't surprised.
because
It
you
was
told
just,
me.
it was a ready. It was still a like.
But the weapon itself is.
Oh right.
You cannot be
I
surprised.
cannot be
because
surprised.
It's you know something's coming and you're just like, what?
So what?
And here it is.
Well, that's kind of me.
All right. Is this
Ow.
formation
Ow.
okay? Does anybody not like where they're at?
I'm
Yeah.
quite
I
content.
don't like being in this dungeon with someone really loud.
You should have thought about that before you came down here. It is
I mean,
far
you
too late for
Should have
that.
let me fucking kill some goblins, so I was sated a little bit.
Yeah, because that would have lasted.
18, 23. What's your armor class?
5. hers.
My AC is 16.
16. That hits. So pulls back. Like you see these huge fingers grip the door, throw it open. You can hear it slam against the wall as you see that large creature with a 6-foot-long javelin, and it throws it at you. And that hits, and it will too.
Can I have a pencil?
There's one pencil between all of us.
That is fine.
Oh,
There are 2
there's-
pencils between all of us.
3.
3 pencils.
Aw, too cute, don't you dare.
All right, 9 damage
Okay.
to you. It actually, it actually pierces your side,
She's got him.
and she takes a step back, and then you kind of like smack it and it falls to the ground, some blood coming out of it, and then you see this creature stand up straight, and it is easily 8.5 feet tall. It towers over all of you. Its arms are. It is an extremely large creature, and its mouth opens, and you can see this wicked smile as it looks over all of you. Finally, I get to have some fun.
Oh, good. There's enough for you to go around.
And then you see him, like,
Grilla!
and then he reaches to the ground beside him and pulls up a 3.5-foot long spiked morning star. And then I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Release the Sashas!
Yeah. My HP is only at 38 from that.
All right, and everybody roll.
Now.
And to keep things clean, I'm gonna not put initiative on there.
That's
I will keep track of it over here. If everybody's curious when orders go, I can tell you. But
Icky is
Whoa.
15.
15?
20.
All right. Actually, we'll start since I'm doing it this way. 20 to 25.
14.
20 to 25.
I don't understand.
20.
Do you have a
rolled
20 to 25 initiative?
Say what you got.
Okay, gotcha.
What did you get? I'm sorry.
20.
20.
Roll 20 to 25 or total?
Yes. Total. 20 to 25. No. Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
17, 15. All right, 10 to 15. 10.
14.
14. Okay. All right. Geisen, you're up first.
I cast Hideous Laughter against him.
Quick, somebody convince Sanishi that it's laughing at her.
All right. So, what is the save on that?
Oh, that's right.
Never mind.
Save
No,
me.
Yeah, there's not an attack on that
Sanishi
particular
is
one.
like
It says
totally
15.
agreeing.
All right, but what
with
is it
this
saving
creature
against?
Right
Like, is
now.
it a-
Oh,
Like,
wisdom.
yes.
Wisdom save? And
Get a
your
fight
spell save
finally.
DC is 15?
I'm so game.
It says on here 15.
Like I am.
That probably is your
bored.
spells. It should be at the top of your spell sheet.
This guy.
It'll be the very last page.
This guy
Should be at
knows
the
what's
top, should be
going
spell
on.
save. It should be
15.
15. Yeah, D&D Beyond usually throws everything like right there. Alright, so wisdom of 15.
This guy.
It's 18. 19. Shoot, 19 total. So, you look at him and you say some terrible pun about hair, and he just looks at you and you watch as a long string of drool goes from his chin to the floor, and he just shakes his head. Do
I
anything
thought
else?
it was funny.
I think that's all I can do. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Then it is Sanishi. He is right there. He had.
Moved forward to open the door.
Yep. That's where he was when he opened the door and chucked the javelin at you.
So I want to move into melee range.
Alright. Take a step forward.
Can I get around him so other people can get? Because we have other melee.
Yes, you can. Because you're not leaving his melee attack range, so you can circle around him.
Jump on his
Yes.
bed, get him from behind. Wait, that sounds really
Yeah, that sounds really dangerous. Like I would never get on the bed and then I would never get back down.
I'm,
I would have a hard time
No,
getting on the bed
no,
and then a hard time
just-
getting back down.
no.
Don't
What are you
explain.
doing?
I just,
No.
I'm gonna attack
Just-
the motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, then roll an attack.
That is a 14
Minus 12.
7 is
21.
21. I'm like, I can math.
Alright, that hits.
I are the math.
I'm looking for jobs in programming right now. This is great. I have multiple tests I need to do for programming right now. One of them's at least multiple choice. So 2 plus 5 is 7. Yep, I'm gonna go with 7 for
7
one
damage?
hand.
Alright.
And my other hand is a 19 plus 7.
Damn. That also
That
hits.
also should fucking hit. And damage. Oh, bitch, that's gonna be a 6 plus 5. So 11.
Damn. Sanishi steps up, sidesteps around him. He turns to face her, but she just 2 quick swipes. His patchwork leather armor, there's plenty of open spaces, and your axes just find them very easily. Cut deep. You see him. You see blood. He's still just kind of smiling at you.
I smile back and flutter my cloak a little bit. Or my, you know, my bed
Your
sheet.
cape.
Cape.
Whatever.
You know. I'm having fun. I'm happy, bitch.
Okay.
I like this guy.
Anything else you have to do?
I just kind of smile and wave at him and tell him, you're really making my day.
Thank you for being there.
Thank you for being here.
Icky, you're up.
And thank you, door. I'm sorry. You weren't open nicely.
Yeah, see? Now the door's gonna have hurt feelings. We'll never get out of it. Damn
All right,
doors.
I
I just wanted to
will
open it nicely. You didn't.
move in just north of Sanishi.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit it with an unarmed attack or unarmed strike.
Okay. Both of them, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I will
Ethan.
consider it.
So as First one is 16,
16, that does not hit.
and the second one is 18.
18? 18 does hit. So go ahead and roll damage on that one.
1d4 plus 5. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
That's okay.
4. So 9 damage.
9 damage? Alright, so you quickly step into the room, sidestep, and as you see Sunishi's axes cut into him, you can see where the leather's open. Your first hit misses as he pulls back from the slice from Sunishi's blade, but your second one you find an opening and just crack, and you can feel it kind of going into him. You can feel him giving in a little bit. And you,
I will pop a key point to use flurry of blows.
flurry of blows. All right, so that's 2 more unarmed strikes. Go ahead, just roll them both.
Okay, both. All right, so one of them definitely misses. The other one definitely hits.
What are they?
That's 15 and 23.
All right. Yep. One hits, one misses. So you do the two strikes, then you come back again. He manages to lower his elbow and knock one to the side, and then you manage to get him right in the side of the head for
6 damage.
for 6 damage. All right. See some spittle and some blood start to come out of his mouth. His head snaps to the side, and he is starting to look more angry. Next is Karnan. You are up, good sir.
I smile as I walk past Grelda, say, clean up lady, and go to this corner here, so I should still be able to see him, that angle.
Which one?
Above me.
Yes.
Not the Geralda. It looks like.
Fine, then I'll go over where the torch is if you're going to say no. I'm going where I can
All
see.
right, that you can definitely see.
Okay. And I hold my attack. Oh, wait, hold on. I bonus action. No, do I really want to do that? I do not. I hold my attack until after Grilda's had a chance to take it out. And if that doesn't work, I finish it off. That's the plan anyway. I'm holding my attack.
All right, that is the plan. If you're never mind. You're a short creature. He's tall. It's not going to be an issue. If there was equal in front of him, he would have partial cover.
Short tanks are the best.
But considering he is easily 4 feet taller than you, it's not much of a problem. So okay, so you're holding your action until after she attacks.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that pretty much finishes it.
All right. Short bow, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Then Grelda, you go.
Grelda runs in, shocking everyone. She attacks recklessly, which gives me advantage. Which is a good thing. Yes. 14 plus 7. 21.
Okay, that hits.
Then is 9 damage.
9 damage.
Oh.
So you charge in, your lips curling up into a smile as you kind of feel your blood start to boil, and you manage to carve Sasha down his back, actually splitting some of the leather. And he...
Ooh, a soft spot.
And then the attack comes.
17.
17 just hit.
Oh!
And you also get sneak attack damage since he's in combat.
Even better. I'd forgotten about that. Okay,
Yep.
so no, I didn't.
You are very nice. Yeah.
So 2 for that.
I'm not going to remind you to
1 for
use
that.
your abilities, but that one's just there.
Sneak attack is 2 dice now. 8 plus 4 is 12.
12? Alright, so Sasha cuts down his back. He throws his head back, and then the arrow comes from the short bow, actually into his shoulder, and throws his shoulder back, and you can see the arrow sticking out part of the way. He grabs it, pulls it out, so you can see blood running down. He throws it on the ground, picks up his morning star, and just lets out. And he's going to do 1 strike at you and 1 strike at you. So, what's your armor class? What's Grelda's armor class?
Sorry, it's been so long since I've needed it. Not sure why it's not on my... There it is, 19.
19? Alright, that doesn't hit. He takes his first swing at you, and you manage to take a step back and smack it to the side with Sasha, and he comes around and makes an attack against Sanishi. What's your AC?
16.
And you just stand there, and it manages to just hit off your armor, and you don't even move.
So, hold on, wait, Sean, I'm gonna be a nice player. I did attack recklessly.
Oh, you did. You were correct.
But
Thank
doesn't his thing make that?
He has to no, he has to actually use it.
I think he
Oh.
He had the card.
He's my backpack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
That's even worse.
Oh,
So,
alright.
no.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me, but that's even worse. So, he sees both of these attacks go awry, and then he reaches behind him, and as a bonus action, he's gonna down a vial of liquid.
No drinking on the job.
We have no idea how he's doing because you're standing on his health bar.
I know, I'm sorry.
He was about halfway.
That was before our attacks, though, so
And before he drank some mysterious liquid.
I'm sure the liquid's fine. He's just thirsty.
Yeah.
And then he throws
Got
the
electrolytes.
ball on the
Seems
ground.
legit. I mean,
It
yeah.
smashes, and he's surrounded. He can't move.
And he what?
He smashes the
Yeah.
bottle on the ground.
And then
I was looking. He can't.
okay.
He can't move. He
I-
is surrounded.
I
so
was
he can't
waiting
really
for you
push
to
through.
say like shards of glass do 1 damage. I wasn't sure how that was ending.
No,
Okay.
no, and that's all he can do. Geisen.
Son of a guy.
Son of a guy.
Son of a big
I'm gonna
guy.
try hideous laughter again. So wisdom 15.
Is that a cantrip?
No, it's first level.
First level? Okay, so you're marking off the second first level spell slot.
But we're gonna do damage to him anyway.
Oh, that is a 1 plus 1, so that's a 2.
Wow.
Sweet.
So he kind of looks over at you and just sees this little gnome staring at him, muttering something, and he just looks at you and he just thinks you look ridiculous. And he just he actually points with the other hand, throws his head back, and just can't stop laughing. It's echoing through the walls.
So what I'm
Thank God
hearing
there are
is
no
that you need to
windows.
start coming up with your own jokes, or you will be the joke.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm getting.
His laugh kind of
think
makes
it's worth
Anishi
it.
laugh a little bit.
That's fair.
Like the way he's
So what does that do to him?
fur
So he
like,
falls
goes up and down
prone.
and he
He's
laughs. It's
incapacitated.
so ridiculous.
Falls
looking.
prone,
Oh my
he's
God,
incapacitated,
guys,
he
doing
can't do
this
anything,
thing is
basically.
So
Shiny.
silly.
Prone, incapacitated, and he gets to make a save at the end of each of his turns.
You said his wisdom?
I figured he's probably not very wise.
Prone,
Solid guess.
incapacitated.
He can't
All right,
even
so
figure
he
out
throws
how
his
to
head
shake.
back laughing and actually falls backwards, and his head kind of bounces off the soft bed before he hits the ground, and he is just like rolling back and forth. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think that's probably all I can do.
All right, Sanishi, you're up.
Oh, I'm gonna attack the motherfucker.
Relax.
Oh, I guess he's prone now, isn't he?
Yeah, so you got advantage.
He's prone, so you have advantage on the attack, and you said he's incapacitated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely have advantage on the attack. Let me double check on what.
What exactly does that mean?
Roll twice, take the higher.
Like father like
That's
son.
not the right dice.
It would be a d20.
Yeah.
That's not what there we go.
Oh, I'm gonna take the 17
Nah.
and add 7, so 24.
24. That definitely hits.
That's
Hold
it.
on just a second.
You just took a good roll from me.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Using my dice.
I was saving that one. That was the only D20 I hadn't used yet. You just blew its load.
I'm good at that. I will your loads all over the place.
Oh my.
Oh. I need
Okay. Okay, so it's
I need to know.
still just a straight damage roll.
Okay.
If he's unconscious, it's an automatic crit.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in melee range, I just wanted to verify that it wasn't.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay. I will keep with the 8 damage then on that one.
Alright, so 8 damage.
And then I will take my... Do I get advantage on both of my axes?
Yes.
Okay.
Because every attack on a prone creature for melee has advantage.
That sucks. That one is probably going to miss with a 16.
16? Yep, 16 misses. So you come down with both your axes at the same time. One manages to get him right in the side as he's rolling away, laughing. He's rolling back and forth, and as he rolls away, your second one just hits stone. Oops.
Oh, this is why I sharpen them all the time.
Okay, then Icky.
Icky gonna punch him. Or he gonna go
Or
all
kick him.
ka-claw.
Ka-claw.
Yeah, ka-claw, ka-claw.
Alright, you get advantage.
Oh, right, and for 2 strike, good thing too. See, that's the one you just rolled.
That's true.
And it was
and
a
it was
1.
a natural 1.
It was
I'm
a
really
1,
glad
Jill.
you got advantage.
Think about what you've done.
Sorry.
So one of the hits is a 16 plus whatever the fuck. 7? Yeah, plus 7.
Alright, that hits. And then, okay.
And the other one is... hey, that one, now it's a 19. Okay, see, so, alright.
Alright, so both of them hit. Go ahead and roll damage on both of them.
Uh, 4, 9... Oh, cool. 18.
18 damage?
Yeah, 2 9s.
Damn.
Alrighty. Hold on just a second.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm okay. Now that I've got
The
that.
mystery of his health bar is really just a thrill.
That's how it is most of the
Finish
time.
him.
You don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, how much was it? 16?
18.
18?
Yeah, 2 9s. 9 plus 9 is 18.
Our big mastiff Trolloc will...
So what you
at
act,
some point.
what you end up doing is you see Sanishi miss him with one, and you just take a half step forward and just give him 2 swift kicks in the side, and you can actually hear
Bone crack.
some rib bones cracking with
Good.
each hit.
Good.
And he laughs, spitting up blood, and he's just still rolling back and forth, but he looks really rough, really rough. And no, it's okay.
Nope. That's gonna be it.
All right, then if you aren't, you're done.
You know what? I'm gonna get out the room. I'm gonna allow some room for. Well, no wait, you're ranged.
Yeah.
You can. Never mind. I'm staying.
Okay. Then if you're done, Tarnin.
At what point does this become animal abuse?
Right about now. I'm disadvantaged because I'm ranging. He's prone. Yes.
You're disadvantaged because rain, and you're not only disadvantaged, but since he's prone with people in front of him, he has partial cover. So not only do you have disadvantage, but he has +2 to his AC.
I missed.
Okay. Keep track of your arrows. You're down 2. So yep, pull out your bow and you're just kind of let it go without paying attention.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it skitters off the wall. Bounces back, and actually almost hits Sanishi. And kind of hits.
It's fine.
She'd have been fine.
Anything else?
It missed you. What are you worried about?
True. I'm not worried about you, Commander.
Dunsky.
Check
What?
your sneak attack for me. I know you get advantage on creatures that don't see you. Do you get advantage on incapacitated creatures? Because that could even out the attack roll.
Could he see?
So if you're hiding, you get advantage on the roll.
Sneak attack doesn't say anything about.
There's one of your there's something in the character
You
that
don't need advantage on the attack roll if another, if an enemy of the target is within 5 feet, or if that enemy isn't incapacitated. Okay, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. I do have disadvantage on the attack roll, so I don't get sneak attack anyway.
Sorry, hold on. I thought there was. I thought there was something you had that.
Because he's prone, this is not a good shot for me. If I were up there in melee, this would be a heyday because he's number 1 engaged, number 2 I'd have advantage, sneak attack, and all kinds of stuff. But right now,
Okay, that's not. I must have been wrong. It's not an ability. It's just when you're hidden, you get advantage on the attack. I thought there might have been a rogue ability that allows you to have advantage on the attack, but I was wrong.
I'm
Okay.
saving it for the other guy.
So then, if you are done, it is Grelda's turn.
I mean, he's trapped.
Grelda has no need to attack recklessly because she gets advantage anyway, so she just attacks. Both of them are 17s.
I would take the 17.
I think I'm going to take the 17.
No, take the 17.
Plus the 7. Alright. So, that's 8, 9, 10,
Oh, 17. Take the 17.
13.
13?
13 ouches.
How would you like to kill him? You get to kill everybody. How would you like to finish him?
Oh.
Should I yell, wait for me to alive? Just as she...
I think I'm going to cut his head off.
Fatality.
Alright. As he's rolling back and forth, a little slower now because of all the damage that's been done, he looks at you, and as he's laughing, the spittle actually flies up and hits your face as you're swinging Sasha down, and it's a clean slice, and everybody can hear it echoing as it bounces off the stone floor. And for the head gets removed, and for a half second, whatever air was left, you can still hear like a half a laugh as his head bounces.
Slightly higher pitched.
Basically, it's like as it kind of moves over.
That was beautiful. Oh,
Now, if only I had some other thing nearby, I could use my bonus action for a new melee attack because I remembered that I have a new ability.
And then you pick up Sasha, kind of wipe it off on the bed to get the blood off, and as you're wiping it off on the bed, everybody hears the door to the north fly open.
The one I'm standing next to.
Yep.
Perfect.
And two individuals.
Point of order?
Yes.
I can't be surprised, so do I feel this coming? Spidey sense this coming?
It's not a surprise. Like you don't get a surprise round, but
I don't, but they don't either, correct?
no. They will not get a surprise on you.
Okay.
But they will join combat. You see as the door flies open, you see a tall human male, chainmail armor, long sword, shield in one hand, a helmet, looks very much ready for battle, take a step into the room. And behind him there's a slightly shorter, 5.5 feet, human woman, very dark skin, wearing robes. She has, in one hand, she holds a large book. In the other hand, her other hand's already up, and she just looks annoyed. Not really angry, just annoyed. The gentleman kind of looks at you, looks at everybody, kind of sees Rithasmus laying on the ground. What's up?
No, I'm just trying to determine who we can actually see at this point.
Well, they take a step into the room.
Hi.
Basically, yeah, the door flies open and they step in beside you. Whoops.
Go away.
They step into the room. The knight, he has his sword, he looks around. Again, he sees Rithasmus. And when he sees Rithasmus, you can actually see, his smirk, the side of his mouth comes up. And he just nods at everybody. Well, I knew I'd have to earn my pay sometime. Then he steps back, and that's where we're going to take a break in general. Alright, so we're back. Alright, everybody, roll initiative. New initiative! So, it didn't come till today, of course. I was hoping it would come yesterday. But I bought a initiative tracker that has
nice.
writable magnets on it.
Nice.
Sweet. But it didn't come, it's there at my house today. Which doesn't help me for today.
Excuse me, Mr. Potts. Can I have another kettle?
I don't like this initiative.
So you want to do it again?
Alright, yep.
25.
Yep, hold on a second. Roll for these people. These people.
They have initiative on the rolling.
Can I roll again?
Ha! They do get initiative on their own. All right, so 20 to 25.
Fuck.
24.
24.
I got freaking. Damn.
I took a
Alright.
feat with extra.
15 to 20.
16.
16.
Both of you. Okay.
Don't you head bob at me. Don't you do it. Put your feathers down.
All right. What are both of your dexterity modifiers?
4.
5.
Okay. Okay. Then 10 to 15.
14.
14 to 12. All right, Geisen.
Yeah.
You're up
your
first.
Melee with your HP, like at the fucking end of the rotation. That's.
So you are standing next to Tarnin, and to the west you see two people throw open the door and enter the room. I love the Witcher 3 soundtrack. It's so good.
Although actually, that is kind of a. Given the order we're in on here, it's kind of a funny order we ended up in. Almost a fortuitous order.
You're a fortuitous one.
I am a
Fortuitous.
fortuitous order.
I'm gonna cast Grease.
Grease lightning.
All right.
Um,
What does? Give me the lowdown on that.
Slick Grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range. Turns it into difficult terrain for the duration. When it appears, each creature standing in it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. In any area that creature that enters it or ends their turn there must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Slippery. It does.
Every creature in it. Yeah.
Creature include us.
All right. So how much does it cover?
10-foot square.
10-foot square.
Fucking.
10 feet. We will go with green for Grease for some reason. Actually,
Yeah.
we'll go with green. Yeah,
Come on, mage.
Green.
We're
for
on your team.
Grease.
I want to get out of the
Damn
room
it.
hard enough to push
Friendly
Charlie
fire!
all over.
Friendly fire!
That was an amazing Krillin.
All right. So where are you going to center it?
So, can I choose to put the square like into a wall?
No, it needs to be somewhere you can see.
Oh,
You like my little ball?
You can center it like
Yes. Yes, I do.
on
With no nose.
the wall, but that doesn't really work with squares. So you have to center it on a surface you can like something that you can see.
but if I centered it on a spot that I could see, then half of it would still be at a wall, right? Or like maybe up the wall.
It would kind of like it would look. I would think. Does it give like a description of the spell? Sometimes the spells give descriptions. Because my understanding of it would be you pick a spot and the grease kind of sprays out from that spot. That's my internal thought process on it.
I don't know if you want to read.
Black grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square, centered on a point within range, and turns. See, yeah, since it says
Which one?
centered, I would think there'd be like
He has
like a drop of grease, and then would just
He's got a twin in there somewhere.
from that spot. So if you did it
Twin
next to a
hates me.
wall, it would just hit the wall and then just kind of collect.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it says on the ground.
So I'll make
it's
the
like
center-
Yeah, it calls that out.
Like the wall where the floor meets the wall between the two enemies.
I mean, are we just assuming they're going to attack us?
He did say you need to.
Alright, so that covers it.
Please,
So you're actually
please.
hitting your. Wait. That
Wait,
is
that's
not a,
way
that
more
is
than
not a 10
a 10
That's not
foot
a
square.
10-foot square.
I
like,
put 10 feet, but that is not a 10-foot square.
that is a
10
10-foot
foot.
radius.
Yeah.
You want a 5-foot radius.
There.
Come on, DM. Come
Wait,
on.
but I centered it.
What?
No, it's like he's like.
Oh.
I centered it at the spot next to the wall
No.
though. So shouldn't there only be?
Oh, I
Should
see.
only
He's
cover
saying
those
he
two.
cast it here at that point.
That is
Specifically so it would pool up and not hit
Oh, yeah.
Commander.
It will still hit the. It will still hit him.
But
Thanks,
he's
Lieutenant.
he's past
I
10
think she's
feet
trying to
away.
get rid of your commander. I
Or
think
5 feet
Lieutenant's
away
trying to
from the
usurp me right there. I
wall.
don't know.
Oh.
Do
Because
you like syrup?
Freaking burn.
I would think it would make your tongue sticky.
that's still not.
Yeah, that's a 15 foot radius.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
That would be 10 feet.
There we go. That's closer.
That's terrible.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Tarnin is not slippery?
Tarnin is not slippery.
Woohoo! I'm not slip. Wait a minute.
Alright, so what do they need to roll? Or else fall prone?
Dex 15.
Alright, I will roll for the female first. That is not gonna. That is a fail.
Yay.
No, for the. He does succeed. Exactly 15. No dex modifier.
Does she have to roll every turn or just the first?
If I blow on him, does he fall over?
No.
I think every turn that they end there.
Maybe you could try
Or enter.
like
Okay.
If you enter it or if you start your turn in it?
No.
Or exit? Or no, not exit.
tickle.
I don't think so. Enters or
Tarnin
ends
does
its
not
turn.
tickle.
So if that dude
Enters or
sure
ends its
Tarnin
turn.
doesn't
forward,
tickle.
then
He's
Have you
fine.
tried?
Has
unfortunately.
Tarnin ever tried to tickle? No.
It could be
Each
successful.
creature standing sturdy throw or fall prone.
Sneak-
A creature that
sneak
enters
up
the
on
area
them
or
and
ends its
scoot.
turn there must see it or fall prone.
It would
Alright, so it is
probably
difficult terrain, so
surprise
everything
him
that's
to grow.
green
Yes.
is double
He would
movement
jerk
to
back,
get through.
and that would throw us.
Unless you're icky.
She is currently prone.
I'm not
so
icky, I
will
shower.
check.
She's greasy. You're icky. Got it.
Do I know who in my party would be next to the initiative?
No.
But you could probably guess.
Or you could shout out in general.
So as my bonus action to just shout out in general,
Who's
maybe start the oil on fire.
I'm jumping on the bed.
next?
So if that is your turn.
And everyone hears the bed break.
Alright, Icky and Tarnin. You are both going. You can choose the order in which you
Icky, go.
Alright, I whoosh up to the south of Oric.
5.
And I'm gonna slash him.
Hey, hold up. I'm gonna go ahead and use this since I have to get rid of it anyway. You and your allies may add my proficiency bonus to initiative
Well, too late for that.
Attack.
Attack.
and damage
Ooh, hey.
And
for the
For
first turn.
the first turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's your initiative bonus? 2?
4.
4?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, so you get to add 4 to your attack rolls and your damage rolls for the
Okay.
first go round.
Alright, well then.
It's not bad. It's alright.
So,
It's not
so roll plus my modifier plus his modifier.
Do what? Yeah, do your normal roll and then add 4 to it.
Okay. Cool.
Whatever you would normally do to attack.
So that's
What's it called? Just so I can. Notice it.
Inspiration card.
30,
On the bottom
Does
row?
it
Oh
mean?
yeah, it's on the bottom.
I'm curious.
Inspired.
31 and
Seize
27.
31 and 27. Yes, you very
With
easily
an
hit them.
apostrophe, it's C's. No.
Caesar's initiative.
wait, how are you hitting both of them?
Both my attacks.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, he is.
Right.
I'm
Or is it like
Claw?
He's clawing.
She did.
Claw.
So, 6, 11 for one, and 10 for the other.
Nice.
It's impressive. I don't hear any fire though.
Oh, so it was 6 on 1 and what?
Yet.
What were the 2?
It was
Fire claw?
no, it was
No fire claws.
10 on one and 11 on the other.
21.
Yeah.
All right, so you step up. You see the knight, like his sword and shield, and he's working as hard as he can, not even looking at you, trying to hold his balance, and you just walk up and right in his face. Like you see his jaw like kind of dislocate one way with a hit, and then you relocate it with a hit when you hit the other way. It goes out and then back in, but you see like a tooth and then 2 teeth go flying, and he kind of stumbles back, and he just like he looks shell shocked.
Yeah, claw.
Like he doesn't know what just happened.
Click jaw?
Quick jaw. Quick draw, quick claw.
We'll call that the turn.
Quick draw.
Okay.
Okay. Tarnin.
What? Come on, it was good.
It
Just
was
go
good,
with
that's
it.
why I'm shaking my head.
I suppose I could have lit a torch and thrown that.
Just what? No.
That would have
worry
been your
about
full
that later.
action, though, because
Yeah.
your torches are stowed.
Okay. So how quickly can I
Much happier for clawing.
swap weapons?
I'd say that'd take your bonus action.
Really? Because
Yes.
I knew they were coming into the room, so I can't just do it. It's my bonus action to swap it out.
Excuses, maybe.
No. It would be your... Actually, I believe, technically, according to the rules, it's an action. Like, I think it... I don't know if it is a bonus action or not. I believe it's an actual action to do
Well,
that.
let's stop the game
So,
and find that out, because it's really going to matter whether I change my weapon or not. If it's going to
Actually, with what I was reading in the
I'm
feats,
giving
I
it... I'm
believe
just
it
saying,
is an
bonus, to
action.
swap weapons, bonus action. That's what I'm going with. Because I love...
Lex says it's
It's a free action.
free action just to
No.
swap weapons.
So no, you can use your bonus action
I'm
to
not
throw
s-
your short bow over your shoulder, pull out your short sword.
If I discard and
Bonus action.
Fine.
Because you still have to
Fine.
draw your short sword.
Fine. I'm not getting a pen and quill out and drawing it. It's right here. Drop, pull, go.
Wow.
Let me
What-
show you
what
all
are
the
you
pictures
dropping
of
and
curtains
pulling
I
and
have.
Then
on
go.
me.
Drop it, pull it, go.
Yeah, just like
Oh my God.
dropping pant.
No, stop it.
Moving
Fine.
on.
All right.
Drop
Fine.
it. Drop
Stop
it.
it.
Hot.
Stop it. I will cast Booming Blade, and as part of Booming Blade, I have to make a melee attack
Okay.
with my shortest sword. Well, my short sword, not my shortest sword.
Well, it is technically your sword.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Like using your finest scales.
Yeah, but no.
Alright. So you're making an attack with
And-
booming blade.
He's also engaged with somebody else,
He
right?
is.
So I get my sneak attacks,
If you hit.
assuming I hit.
Assuming you hit, you would get sneak attack damage.
Yes.
Does sneak attack give him advantage or anything? Or no?
If he's hidden, if
19
the
hit?
person he's attacking cannot see him, he gets advantage on it.
19.
That's exactly what you needed.
Exactly hit him.
That's exactly
I
what you
exactly hit him. So that's 2 for the sneaks attacks. It's a d6. A 5, a 2, and a 3. That's only 10 plus 4. Yeah, plus 4. So 14.
needed. Okay. You, in one fluid motion, you turn, throw the short bow over, pull out your short sword, cast moving blade, and end up coming right up on his chest between where his sword and his shield is, just right up along there, just in one fluid, no stopping motion.
Cool. I did something right.
And then just the blood like splatters across the ceiling as your sword comes back around.
The
And
booming,
he's looking rough.
the booming isn't flammable, is it?
No, the booming is not flammable.
Just
But-
does more damage? Or
Yeah, if he chooses to move. I mean, if he chooses to move.
Well, you need to tell me. What?
Okay.
So what does it do if he chooses
Booming
to move?
Blade will add another d8 if he moves. If he holds still, it doesn't go off, and
Okay.
it will dissipate after X amount of time. But as soon as he moves, boom.
What is the amount of time? What's the duration on it? Well, I need to know these things. God, why do you actually care what the spell says?
Can't you just take my word for it?
If he moves ever for the rest of his life,
Well, that may be
Perpetual
accurate.
motion.
That is probably pretty accurate.
Damn
What
it!
if his buddy picks him up and carries
No.
him?
all right. Well, you let me know.
I will.
That's the end.
Right, that's
that,
my turn. 'cause I
that
don't
is your
get a
turn. You
bonus.
don't want to move.
I don't
Okay.
get to do a bonus.
All right. Then it
Ooh.
is Leary's turn.
Ooh, where?
It's the woman's turn.
She's got
She
a bit
uses half her action to kind of stand up, just covered in grease.
That's only half an action?
Half a move. It's
Half
half movement to stand up.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was like a whole action.
No, it takes half your movement speed to go from prone to standing.
That's lame.
She
Oh crap! It's gonna suck.
oh, hold on.
cigarette.
Hold on a second.
I don't have a cigarette.
Oh no!
She
She
stands up
wouldn't
and
do
falls.
that. Never mind.
Oh,
would
wait.
not do that.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
wait, no, you said she
would
would.
not do that.
You said she would.
No,
Yes,
she
she
has
did.
She has a high wisdom and a very high intelligence, so she would know that the grease she's standing in is flammable, so she will not cast the spell that she was about to cast.
Damn it.
Because she realizes she's standing in flammable liquid,
Oh.
which would be bad.
So she's smart enough to realize she's in flammable liquid?
You would not be that smart.
No.
I sure as fuck wouldn't be. I mean, not that I play with fire. Other than wanting to burn down the goblin. You know. Briar patch.
So what she does,
What would you call where the goblins live?
she gets up, she looks around at what's going on,
Place.
she looks at
Go away.
Tarnin,
Bitch.
she pulls out a small bit of honeycomb, rubs it on her tongue, looks at you, waves her fingers, and says, "Run." I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's because I roll shitty dice all the time, isn't it? That's what you're doing this for. Dick.
I feel like that's not his fault.
Doesn't count, reroll it.
Yeah, because it was a 4. Now I got a natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Alright.
I'll assume
You
that
Take the honeycomb from it.
She says that, she looks at you, and you actually, like, you take, like, 1 foot, you take a step back, and then you kind of shake your head. You're like, the fuck was I doing? And you kind of look back at her, and she just looks pissed off.
Damn it! Does that count as an attack?
No, that is just a spell.
Damn it!
Seems
Spell
malignant
attack?
in
I
nature.
thought it was an attack. She was attacking. Bless you.
Seems like a spell attack.
No,
Attack spell,
it is a
right?
spell effect.
Oh.
And the effect is that it's attacking.
But it's an effective attack.
It wasn't an effective attack. It wasn't a...
It's very ineffective.
Then, as a bonus
effect.
action, she's going to reach into her pouch, pull out a small red vial,
It's a euphemism.
and shove it in Oric's mouth.
Oh, it's fucking healing potions that we don't get to loot.
It's a euphemism.
As a reaction.
I mean,
It is now.
to be
Ah,
fair,
seriously?
he had an entire vial shoved
Good.
in his mouth. Like, the glass shards are gonna do so
A
much
2 and a
damage
1.
going down.
Does not.
Heal him enough to save his sorry ass.
Or even to deal with the fucking glass shards
Alright.
of the fucking vial.
On a hit, the
going
target
down.
suffers the attack's normal effects, and it becomes sheathed in booming energy until it starts your next turn. If the target willingly moves before then,
Before the start of his next turn. Okay.
yeah.
All
Before
right.
the start of my turn. If he moves before the start of my turn, it immediately takes 1d8.
And then she is going to take a. Whoops, that's not her.
Oh, shit, what have I done?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Then she is actually. That fucking.
Ah,
There
that
we go.
fucking indeed.
She is actually going to take a
Ah,
step back
that-
out of the grease.
And she had enough
Well, she's got to fall.
movement left,
She's got to
right,
roll.
with the double
She had half.
train
It
and
just
all
took.
that.
It just
Okay.
took all her half movement. Her double
But,
train.
yeah, but when you exit the...
Is that what you said?
Well, the
exit
difficult trains and that double speed or
It is.
whatever.
But
when you exit it, you have to roll again.
yes,
when you fall over.
because she has 30 movement, so
Movement, very
15
bad.
to get up, 10 to step one step back. Because again, she is intelligent enough to know what she's standing in.
Does she have to roll again to exit the butter?
No, it's just at the end of their turn now. All right, so that is her turn, and then it is Oric's turn.
Damn it.
It's the orc's turn?
For it.
No.
He's a vacuum cleaner.
See, I told you he was here to clean. We just assumed he was attacking.
Maybe under the helmet, he's actually Mr. Clean.
We can find that out
Bald
afterwards.
guy. He's
Mega.
like, I'm just the janitor.
She's gone
Why
from
are you
suck
attacking me?
to blood.
Now I have to clean up all this grease.
And
So
this
Oric,
blood. And
Oric's
that corpse.
his you see the knight's demeanor has significantly changed from when he entered the room
That's so
until
sweet.
now. Just as everything that has happened, the fact that you guys have just like what you've done to him, he looks around like hitting each of your eyes, and then he throws his longsword on the ground. No fucking amount of money is worth this. I'm done. You do what you need. Just let me leave.
Lay down, play
Attack
dead.
her.
He threw his sword down, threw his shield
love
down. He put his he doesn't have a sword, doesn't have a shield. Threw up his arms. No amount of fucking gold is worth this.
Oh
Fucking-
my god, is that pansy ass trying to get out of a fight?
Lay down, play dead.
Not attack her. What is
He
going
look-
on with the world?
He looks at you.
Is
In the grease?
is booming blade a choice? Like, will it? If
Does
he
this
moves, even if we let him go, will it?
If
Oh.
he holds still,
He
if he doesn't hold still, he's gonna go. He's gonna blow.
No, it's gonna blow.
So he asks you if you want him to lay down in the grease.
I like his accent. You gotta do that again.
What, dude? No.
In the grease.
In the grease?
It reminded very much of Arthur Dent. Or more, not Arthur Dent so much, more the construction manager who asked if he needed to lay down in the mud in front of the bulldozer.
Fuck. If I tell him to lay down, he might die.
That's okay.
What are
He's
you
trying
gonna
to get out of a fight.
Yeah.
He's obviously a loser. Sorry, I'm in the other room. I got a shower.
Is he moving right now?
He's going down.
Does he choose to move?
Alright.
He choose to move.
That's not movement.
Move.
It's not the same thing as moving.
How much does it take to stand up again? Isn't that
It
half your movement?
No, it's half your. It takes half your speed. It's not. He's not moving.
I believe it was called half your movement, but
No,
carry on.
it's- no.
Game master.
Look at your sheet. Does it say speed or does it say movement?
It says movement.
No, it says speed. You have speed.
Okay, fine.
Your speed is 30 feet,
Fine.
not your movement.
Fine.
So it takes half his speed to stand up. It
Okay.
actually takes 0
Fine.
speed to go prone.
So he lays down in the mud.
So he just kind of looks at you. All right, grease it is. Just kind of like keeps his eyes on you as he goes down. It's like, and then he gets down. He's laying flat, like the grease. His head's on his side. He's actually laying down. He kind of looks at you and he goes, "How long do I have to fucking stay
play
down?"
dead.
Fine. He just kind of lays there, and you can like see his eyes squinting as he's just hoping. And that's his turn.
Oh my god, now he looks like Jake in the Blues Brothers when Carrie Ellis found him in the sewer before she sent the freaking flamethrower after him.
And then, as he lays down, the woman behind him, just you hear a scoff like, "Ah, Oric, you fucking asshole!" And then, as she says that, you just see his shoulders go. And it is Grelda's turn.
But she's in the butter.
No, she's
Yeah,
not
but
in the
now-
butter.
No, she's not in the butter.
She's not in the butter, but the butter's between me and her.
The butter is between you. Is it?
Yeah, but
is it ending or enters?
You technically
Enters.
have
Enters
Enters
or
or
ends.
lying prone on the ground now.
Yeah, but there's still a thing of butter. I don't think I can jump 5 feet.
You don't need to jump. You just have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do you have anything ranged? Can you?
It's not Sasha.
She could throw Sasha.
I am not throwing Sasha. Let's just nip that right in the bud, shall we? I have a thing about dexterity saving throws, but I think it's about being surprised and not actually like about generic. Yeah, thank you.
Why are you looking that up? Jill, no, you looked that up.
Okay.
Jill. I need to start working on a backstory with you. Something more in depth than we have.
Okay.
Just so you know.
If I
You're
were-
the only one who doesn't actually have like a backstory.
That backstory is so big, even Sean doesn't like it.
Oh, I love it. I have everybody's backstories arcs planned out, except hers because she doesn't have
Yeah,
one.
mine's just kind of been
Well,
wandering around.
planned out depending on what y'all fucking do. But I have a general idea.
Sean knows better to plan.
Yes, yes, I do.
I was an orc soldier, and then I
We
decided
navigated that
to
bridge
wander
pretty
around
well,
the human
but he
land,
didn't
learn
really
about
let
my
us do
ancestry.
anything. Once the goblin went out there, he was
And
like,
kill goblins.
"Okay, we've tied off the bridge, and now you've crossed
Really,
the
all I
bridge."
got.
Don't think I didn't notice.
I'm not giving you a chance to move. That was my mistake last time. I let you each go one at a time. Alright, so what are you doing?
Alright, so can I see her from where I am?
Sure.
Yes.
You're a good dice.
Yeah, you can.
Something is wrong with you.
So
Where's the dice, Joe?
It's a good dice. It's always rolling high for me.
Oh,
Something is
well,
wrong
yeah.
with you.
I'm gonna try for the butter.
Kind words. You gonna try for the
I'm
bar
gonna go through the butter.
I shall
Okay.
love you and pet you and call you dad.
to stand in front of her?
Yes, that'll be.
Alright,
So I
Dex-
can't move through her without.
you can't move. Okay, so what's your speed? 5, 10,
25.
No,
15, 20.
rest of the night.
Huh?
Now it's gonna fuck you for the rest
Alright,
of the
give
day.
me a dexterity save, or you need to make a dexterity saving throw against the grease to
Which
see if you
is
fall
it? Is that
prone.
20 plus my?
20 plus, dexterity saving throw should be a separate thing by itself.
It is, I see.
Not your modifier, but there's a saving throw.
Yes.
So add that up, and it's 15, Lars?
And then
15 or higher.
his thing only counts for damage and.
Attack and damage.
So I might be using my inspiration here.
You didn't add that?
Nope.
Oh.
This dude.
It would not have killed him, but
Yes. No.
it's a
Damn
critical
it.
role theme song. Have you backed the Kickstarter yet?
What Kickstarter?
Sorry.
No, should I have?
14.
The Critical Role Kickstarter?
I haven't even looked at it.
I sent it to you.
Did you?
I texted it to you. They're doing a Vox Machina animated show.
What?
That's why I texted it to you. Anyway, after Grilda, what'd you get?
14.
They've already raised $7.5 million. They're doing the Briarwood arc.
That's it?
Yes. Their original goal was $750,000, and they've raised $7.5 million. They are more successful than the MST3K Kickstarter.
Duh.
They are the most successful TV movie Kickstarter
I am
industry.
I am on the
All right.
final episode of the.
14.
Of,
Which is not enough.
That is not enough. You would fall prone.
Yes.
You actually.
Successful in MST3.
I'll put you.
Does she?
I'm gonna put you
doesn't
right here.
She get the plus for my.
No, I don't.
Is it saving throws?
Can I give
Oh
her
no, it's not.
mine?
Never mind.
I have said you can use your inspiration cards for
I
other
did
players.
I used an inspiration card already.
Did you?
Yeah.
I have said you can use your inspiration cards for other
She
players,
did.
and there's no limit to the
She
amount you
saved
can use in
mine.
a turn. So if you want to.
Did you already use an advantage
I
one?
did, yes.
Oh wait, yep. Advantage doesn't stack.
Okay.
If it gives her advantage,
Yeah.
it wouldn't help.
And-
All right, so you actually you move forward with Sasha, and you try to step around this knight playing dead. You get your right foot between his arm and his side, your left foot between his legs, and your left foot just goes up, and you fall flat right on top of him. Your back is against his back, and your arms are spread out. And you go, ugh!
And you shake it all about.
I
Okay,
roll
so
my
it
eyes.
does it just knock him prone, or does it end their turn?
I think it just knocks them prone.
I roll my eyes and say, "Watch out for that dead body."
I don't believe I have half my speed
5,
left. Do I?
10, 15, 20, and then you're prone. No, you only have 5 left. You don't have enough to stand up.
Then I
You
don't.
can stand like a third of the way up.
I don't believe there's anything else that I can do at this point. Unless anyone else is aware of something. So that is the end of
No,
my
because you don't have any ranged attacks or anything like that.
I do
Even
have
at disadvantage.
I don't make one. Well, you know what? I have his thing. I do have a little axe I can throw. Can I throw my tiny
I'm
axe?
sorry. did
Where are
she
you
go?
at?
Stand by. Let me find. She's actually on top of Oric.
Yeah. We're turtling here.
It's getting interesting.
Hold on.
Oh my.
I need to check and see what the. I have never seen a ranged attack from prone. So I want to make sure it's
Sure.
possible.
Silas
And-
Briarwood did it just the other episode.
So you're almost done with the first season? You need to catch up then, because I want to talk to you about the second season.
They are on the last. I'm on the last episode of the first season. Dude, I can't wait till we get to Fight of God. I got so many ideas.
This
Sinishi's not.
this
gonna
campaign
Make
goes to 20.
it. Sinishi's not gonna make it. But Icky's gonna be a freaking hero, and Tarnan's probably gonna die, making him a hero. It's perfect. It's perfect. You will be untouchable for about 12 seconds, 2 full rounds. You will be untouchable.
All right, if I can't find it
And
in
I'll
the next few
die.
seconds, I'm just gonna say no.
Say no.
Um,
But I'll take
Why
that.
is
I mean,
no the default?
because he
Because-
the god.
Prone, you can't
That's not how
generally.
you talk to him. What
You
is
can't-
this nonsense?
You can't generally do
You know what?
anything
You're
when
kinda
you're
right.
prone. You can generally stand
There are a
up.
lot of things you can do while you're prone.
You can sleep and you can stand up.
Sometimes being
And
prone
okay,
is
those
an
things.
advantage.
prone specifically says a
No.
creature's only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up. A creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against a creature has advantage if the attack rolls. It just says the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. It doesn't specify ranged or melee, so yeah, you can do it just with a
Okay.
disadvantage.
And since he gave me advantage, then I just get regular attack.
You gave her advantage.
The inspiration
Nice.
card.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait.
If you give someone a disadvantage advantage,
not
do they
a-
cancel
I
out?
thought it was just added to the
Oh,
attack.
was it?
It's not advantage. It just adds to it.
But you get a +4.
You get a +4 to the disadvantage, but it's still
+4 to the
disadvantage.
attack.
Okay.
So roll twice.
Take the lower of the two.
Yep, and then add 4 to it.
Plus 7, 17.
Nice.
17?
Yep.
Against the wizard.
Yes, the wizard.
The wizard.
I'm assuming the fellow below me is
17.
probably not like trying to murder me.
17 does hit.
Don't forget to add 4.
Actually, wait. Stop.
What? What?
No. As the axe comes flying at her, she... Verify that she has it. Yep. She throws up her hand, and you see this blue shimmering aura come around her. And it was 17.
Yes.
The axe bounces off of it. She casts shield as her reaction.
Okay.
I want to use my reaction. Someone freaking attack me, damn it.
I don't want to.
No, wait,
Otherwise,
stop. No,
Sanishi.
wait, no.
I'm like, are you sure, Commander?
Let me rephrase. Some enemy of mine, please attack me.
Sanishi, you're up.
I want to try to attack
Can't believe
her.
that. We had that conversation earlier, and I just walked right into it.
How much beer have you had?
Just
So kind of really the
one-
only thing I can try to do is get in front of her and hit her.
So you also entered the butter zone?
Yeah, it's-
I'm.
Is that one
have
pretty
to.
hoppy?
Yeah. It's not bad.
I absolutely have
I don't
to.
like hops, but this is pretty good.
So
There's
you're gonna
enough
get up in
fruit
front of her?
Surprise
Yeah.
to it.
5.
Sometimes the citrus helps a lot.
Oh, it
yeah.
does.
I have
It
10.
rounds it out really nicely.
What's your speed?
30. Do I have?
15.
If you'd like to try one, I'll drink it.
25 on top of work. You can't get there.
Damn it.
Are you beerless?
Fearless.
You can get you can get here, but there's too many people. You would end up on top of Orc and Grelda, which you can't do.
Right. Which I certainly cannot do.
You could,
Where'd you just pull out a full
if you didn't want to attack, you could use your action to dash, and that would give you enough speed to make it over the difficult terrain. If you could make the dexterity saving throw, but you wouldn't be able to attack. You would just be standing in front of her.
But I'd be standing in front of her.
Yep, and you'd have to make 2 dexterity saving throws to stay. You have to make a dexterity saving throw when you enter the grease, and if you end your turn in the grease.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what it says.
I,
If you enter or end your
And I can't just like
if you
barrel
enter
over
or
her.
end your turn in the grease, you have to make a dexterity. So I would take that as either.
There's no way I could just like barrel over her or.
No, there is a charger feat that you can take, and I actually believe there is a charger feat that you could take, but you thought about that one, didn't you, Dan? Charger?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I don't. No.
Because you have to move 10 feet, and then you get a bonus on the attack.
Oh, I think I saw that one too. And it's just kind of like. I don't know.
It would be good, but it's also
It's actually
situational.
not bad.
Right.
The citrus
It's like I
helps.
felt it was a little too situational for current situations.
Alright, so what you gonna do?
Act the fool.
Fuck.
Gothic?
I don't
I'm in
know.
there.
Commander, do you have any
Mm-mm.
thought? I can't.
There's
talk.
not enough time.
There's not time to talk. Okay.
What? There's 6 seconds. Just gonna give you 2 seconds. Ready, go. 1.
I guess I'm gonna try to dash, and just see if I can. At the very least, I'll try to take a beating for other people.
Alright, then I need a dexterity saving throw from you. That gives bonus to saving throws as well.
No, it doesn't.
No? Okay.
I wish it did.
So you need to get a 15 or higher.
No, that's 13.
What's
Plus
your
you-
bonus? Your dexterity saving throw bonus.
1, which is 12, and I rolled 12, so.
Alright.
I'll take that.
So then, you land on top of Grelda, who is on top of Auric.
He doesn't grunt, right? He plays dead.
So
no
are
noise.
we
No
stacked
noise.
like
You hear
that, or are we stacked all on the same square?
We are stacked all on the same square.
you are, but I can't really do that.
Yeah.
Because then I wouldn't be able to pick who I was grabbing. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Your movement, your speed's 30, right? So 20, and it doesn't say it ends your turn, so you have 40 left. So you could take 15 of that 40 to stand up, and have 25 movement left and try and end your turn in front of her.
Might as well try it. So worst that'll fucking happen, I'll fail again.
Yeah.
possible.
So you fall, you land on Grelda, who pushes down on Auric. You put your hand back on Grelda's head, push down her head into his head into the grease in the floor as you stand up. Sorry. You take a step forward, you end your turn, and I need another dexterity saving
This
throw.
reminds me of Lord of the Rings when like Gimli falls down, and the ward falls on him, and then
So-
the other ward falls on top
Yeah,
of that.
you push up, you're like, you touching the walls, you're like, sorry, and you take a step forward, and your foot goes backwards, and you face plant into the floor.
4 total, so.
Geisen, you
So
need
they're-
to get this spell.
They're just bodies just laying in the hallway.
Like a long path. Yeah?
To be fair, it helped a little.
Stone
well,
path,
actually,
so to
didn't help
speak?
that much.
A path
I
of
thought that would
stones.
keep her from being able
Would
to
that
cast
be-
it.
To
I
know,
hop
you-
from
yeah.
person to person, you would probably still need a dexterity.
Would it be
saving throw.
higher than, would the
I don't
difficulty,
remember if I
from
should've
my
picked
best
that one.
judgment, be higher than 15? Higher than moderately difficult?
It would not be higher. Probably be similar.
I have to remember,
I'll,
I'm still wearing my
But it is
cape,
Geisen's turn.
So we have a fucking
And
Lay
your-
down more
sheet
grease.
in this.
that's done because we're back at the top of the initiative order.
What's the...
Lay
Your
down.
bonus inspiration card. Because it only
That's
went
terrible.
for a round, so we're
Terrible,
first
terrible.
turn. So
Yeah, terrible.
Lay down more butter.
Don't lay down the butter.
I cast grease. No, I'm just kidding.
grease a little further up.
Sanishi, I'm finding a really bad case of the giggles over this already.
I will cast Ray of
Sorry, I
Frost
understand.
against her.
You can't see her from where you are.
Then I will move so that I can see her, and then I will cast Ray of Frost against her.
Right, what?
So that is
What?
range spell
Wait, she-
attack.
Oh, never mind. She already used her reaction. Go ahead.
It's not very good. How do I know if I get a plus?
It should say in your spells. It should have like what you need to roll. I mean,
It just says range spell attack.
guys, and view. D&D Beyond spells. Ray of Frost is where it says hit DC +7. If you look on your spell. Are you looking in D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Alright, oh. If you look right there.
Why does it have more information on the like summary than on the actual thing?
No, it's different information. This is just easier to read because it's +7, and then it shows the damage, and then if you click on it, it gives you a rundown of what the spell actually
Oh, okay.
is.
So the 7 is my plus.
The
my
+7, so
modifier.
D20 +7, and then you get 1d8.
Okay.
cold damage
16.
16? That hits.
So
Go ahead and roll your damage.
1d8.
And the speed is reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn.
I don't think she'll have to go real fast to get away from us at this point.
Isn't that amazing?
Shit. 2.
2 points of damage. Alright, so you
Grease, not
You
shit.
put out your hand, you see the arcane energy coalesce and fly as a small icicle towards her. Strikes her, cuts her shoulder, like you see it just a little bit, and then you actually see the ice like form around her shoulder as she's like slowly moves away from you.
Actually see the health bar this time. Don't do anything though.
Alright, then it is Icky and Tarnin.
She had been
How
wearing
high is
her
the ceiling?
10, 12 feet, something like that.
I will.
Comfortable enough for you to walk.
So, it's safe to say that if I were to try to fly over the grease and land behind Wizard Lady,
Aren't they all
You
prone?
can't cross through her square, movement-wise.
I can't fly over her head.
She's prone, isn't she?
No,
She's not prone,
No,
she's
she's
standing
not
up.
prone.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
it's
I
it
would
was on the
think-
floor.
I would
You-
think if I could, it would provoke an opportunity attack.
I will say yes. given the additional bonus that she's already used her reaction this turn to cast shield, so she doesn't have an opportunity attack.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, I will do that.
give me a dexterity check though, because you're trying to fly over her in a small space.
10.
10? That's enough. So you come up, your wings go out, you easily fly over Grelda and Auric as they're having their moment in the grease. And also easily
Young
fly
love.
over Sanishi, who doesn't even see you because she's looking at the floor.
Giggling.
You tuck your wings in and kind of do a little corkscrew as you go over her, and she just watches as you land behind her.
Nice done.
I pop up and ka-claw, ka-claw!
Quick drop a claw.
Oh, nice. So that's going to be... Oh, mash.
She still has mage armor up. I'm sorry, she still has shield up.
Which...
She cast that as a reaction that lasts till her turn.
Is it a bubble shield
What
all
is it?
around
Is
her?
that
Or
like-
is
It
one
adds to
side
her
thing?
AC.
Okay, cool. So I've rolled 2 16s, which plus my 7 is going to be 23 each.
Not that it sounds like he needs it, but is flanking a thing in 5e? Because Sneeshi and him are...
Sanishi is not currently a threat because she was laying prone. If she was
I
standing
am
up, it would be.
Face planted.
But
with
it needs
the
to
still
be-
attack from prone, right? You're just disadvantaged?
Yes, but it wouldn't constitute as a direct threat, and it needs to be threatening the creature for it to be.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it though, because 23 would hit, even with the shield, adding an extra 5 AC. Was that just the first one?
Those were both. They were
Both of
both. I rolled 2 16s.
Oh, all right. Shit. Okay.
And wow, 2 4s, so the 18 damage.
All right.
Nicely done.
Can we have like the most valuable dog go over to the bird tonight?
All right. So you do the corkscrew. You land spinning as your wings kind of your wings were tucked in tight and they kind of go back out a little bit to where they were normally at. So you're spinning and you just backhand, front hand, and you're just like slashing at her chest with both of them, and blood just starts dripping down. You rip the hell out of her robe, like it's just pieces are coming off. She looks hurt.
She needs some serious dry cleaning.
She does.
You
You didn't do anything else.
Isn't she facing away from him, though?
Well, she would have.
tracked that this big fucking bird creature is going.
Realistically, 5e technically doesn't have facing.
Oh.
Technically, in the rules.
Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Turning.
Bold of you to assume that we'll get to attack.
Right.
Sanishi, brace. I'll use Sanishi as a stepping stone.
Once again, the bar is covered up.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
The butter?
The bar.
You
Health bar.
I do have a slippery
can't-
silk
Butter?
cape on.
can't end your turn in any open square though. So you can't step through an enemy's square. Like since it's only a 5-foot square, you can't walk through them, and you can't end your turn in the same square.
With her.
You can't be
Even
in
though
the
she's
same
on the
square with
ground,
her.
technically carrying me, holding me, standing me up.
Rule wise,
leaning
yes.
But aren't I technically on
Nope.
this
No,
square?
you are because you
Oh,
got
right, 'cause
up
I
and you
dashed,
stepped
and I did
forward.
make it forward.
So
I
those
did not
squares are
walk
occupied, so you can't stop on an occupied square to attack.
Sorry.
There is an open square between the cuddlers and Geisen that you can ranged attack from.
Or you could just fly over everyone away.
Sorry, Commander. I
Range
really
attack
have no
seems
range.
okay.
I want to
She's
get
a
up in
mage.
here
She's
and then I
not
fell over.
like super heavily armored or
This
anything.
is really silly.
Well, she's got her shield up. That is until her turn.
But he would have flanking,
I need a minute
so he
to
would
look at
have
the spell.
an advantage on the attack.
I need a minute to look at the spell.
Go on.
It kind of changes a few things.
I'll give you a minute. Give me a second.
Out of curiosity, how
Really
long
doesn't
does
know.
grease work? Or how long ever? Apparently. Didn't even use bacon grease. Like, this just doesn't taste good.
Until the
shit.
end of
No, I don't wanna
time.
do that.
1 minute.
1 minute,
Oh,
10
God.
rounds.
Yeah, that's
long.
forever.
Yeah, that's forever. Sanishi will not survive.
Until the end of time minus half.
Wait, what?
Infinity minus half.
Minus half an egg.
Yes, infinity minus half an egg sounds accurate.
Okay. But is that only? It doesn't say. All right. On the off chance that it would affect the. No, I don't want to risk screwing Icky up and blinding him too.
Everyone's very concerned about your sight, Nikki.
Doesn't want me to be.
What you doing? What you doing?
Well, clearly, I mean, in my mind, I'd have been able to go somewhere, even if it meant standing on her back and making her sacrifice a turn. But that's
not the way.
what you're
That's not
doing.
enough.
So I got to rethink.
I know, but
Fuck it.
Half a fuck it.
Half a fuck it.
half a fuck it.
Not a full on. Not a full on. There's still fucks to give.
Half a fuck it.
Just half a fuck.
Just a half a fuck.
Half a fuck.
I will use my.
You can't. You don't have her currently in sight. Just so you know. I was just making sure. You can see Shinichi laying on the ground, but you can't see further down the hallway. There is an open spot again. That open
Fine,
spot
move
that
me
you
to
can
an open
move.
fucking spot.
Oh, I'm just
Doesn't
making
have
sure
to
you
be
know.
Stupid ass
This is
grease
over.
spell. It's kicking my ass, and it's not even the opponent's doing it.
Alright, so now that you have her in your sight, what are you doing?
God
Sighing heavily.
bless America.
Swearing.
Someday you'll thank me.
No, probably not. I gotta switch back to frickin' bow.
Alright, bonus action to switch back to the bow. Range attack. With advantage because she's flanked.
Whatever. I can't use my bonus action for the stuff that I really want to use it for, because grease.
Oh.
16 and 6
Grease
is
is the word.
22. So I rolled a 22.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yes, I rolled a 22.
22?
With advantage.
Even with the shield that hits.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
God.
it didn't hit. Oh my god.
You get sneak attack damage on that.
So that's 13 and 4 is 17.
17 damage.
Oh, there goes another arrow. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
What?
yeah, so you should be picking up arrows.
Well, we're kind of in the middle of combat. I was going to wait till
Yeah,
after
it's
that.
probably-
Alright, so you
Smart
step
to just
over
stop and-
with a heavy sigh that everybody can hear. You kind of run over to them. You're like,
Exactly! Yes,
and
exactly
you
that.
let it go. And she's turned around looking at Icky, so she's not looking at you at all. And it goes through her midsection, like through, out, comes out, and you can actually, Icky, you can see the
Arrow.
fletching on the back of the arrow.
Right there.
As it sits for a second, goes right through here, all the way through. It sits for a second, you can see the fletchings, and then it kind of slow motion falls out and hits on the ground. And she grabs her side and leans over, and she is like blood's coming out of her mouth. She looks bad.
Yeah, see, that's like
She
kidney
looks
liver
bad.
shot. Like, bitches. We
Bleed.
could walk away and bitches gonna, like, die.
Maybe.
You might not want to walk away though with the grease there.
Yeah, well, I might not be able to walk away. Like,
I move that we
could have at least make it.
rename Geisen to Grease Lightning.
I haven't seen him use any lightning yet.
How about we take that spell page out of his spell book and completely move all and let Sanishi eat it?
It's not bacon grease. I don't want to eat it. This is really disgusting grease. It's like axle grease, guys. This is really gross. Face
That-
plant in it and try to tell
That
me.
ends my turn. To be clear.
I know it did.
Like, Orin knows what I'm talking
Oh.
about, or Oric, or whatever the hell this other
Oric.
Vacuum boy does what?
horrible
No.
his name is.
Oric just lays there.
Yeah, but
Obediently.
No, Oric turns, like he squints open his eyes, see that Tarnan's not there, turns his head just a little bit. Can you get off of me? And that's all he does. He says it like through the side of his mouth, kind of quiet. Because he doesn't see Tarnan standing there.
Grelda's response is, "You're not that pretty."
Okay, but like, you're with me. This grease
all
tastes
right.
like ass, right?
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. So, bleeding out, she throws down her book into the grease
She's not
looks
in the
around at all of you. Well, fuck you all. And then she casts Fireball
Oh shit.
into the grease.
That seems bad.
Geisen will be fine. He's hiding behind me, and it'll be fine.
I don't even see me anymore.
That means
Oh,
her
there I
spellbook
am.
catches fire because you said she threw it in the grease.
This is true,
A
actually.
lot of stuff's gonna catch fire.
Got this grease.
It's a 3rd level spell.
The best.
Grease was a horrible
A
idea.
bright streak flashes from her finger. It's a 20-foot radius. Every creature must make a dexterity saving throw or take 8d6 damage.
Holy shit.
And there'll be extra damage because of the people in the grease.
I'm not in the grease.
No, but Sanishi and Grelda will
yeah,
be.
thanks,
We'll
thanks
make
for
And
clarifying.
so will
Yeah,
Orc.
we'll make the grease
But
fire
some
bigger.
people are on top of the people that are on the grease, so that
I would still
should
get hit
negate-
by the fireball, I think.
the fireball, yes, but not the
Oh,
other.
it's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot
So
radius.
no, it's a 20-foot radius for Fireball.
Oh, damn! I thought I was.
And she will point. Yeah, she's gonna point between Tarnin and Grelda/Auric. And that's where it's going, and it's gonna explode out in a 20-foot radius. So Grelda, Sanishi, Tarnin, Geisen, all 4 of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
What's a dexterity saving throw? D20 plus.
A
your dex
D20 plus
modifier.
what? No, there's a dexterity specific dexterity saving throw section. It's actually higher than your modifier.
Grelda is toast.
What did she roll?
She rolled a 6.
A 6. All right.
Do we know what you have to roll to live?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's not it though.
Does this- Yeah, if I give you this for a 1
That is
D12
way
after
better than
making
what I
a
thought.
saving throw,
I don't think that would save
You
me.
can do that. And
does
then
that mean
Would
does that add on
I'm
to my
gonna
saving
use
what is
my-
it? Sorry, hold on. What does it specifically say?
This card may be handed to the GM at any time for the following benefit: plus 1d12 after making a saving throw.
Yes, you would add. You would roll 1d12 and add that to whatever saving throw you just rolled.
I'll use my advantage saving throw.
Okay.
Oh. Oof, that is 19 plus.
You can also technically use that for your friends.
That's true.
So what does that?
That may help.
What does that end up with advantage?
I'm trying to find.
Let's say, what's the order?
I have a similar one.
Where
But
my
mine's
saving
only
throws
4
at?
rather than D12.
Those guys?
These?
I think so. Like the +1.
I'm sure I don't have much.
What order do we go through? Who gets what in here?
Saving throws is right underneath it, so.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yep, +1. Okay. So,
Like, who was hit by this first?
I think we all get hit by it at the same time.
It hits and explodes. It's instantaneous.
Right, as we go around the table taking damage.
I just need we're not taking damage. You're doing saving throws.
Okay,
It's a single damage roll that everybody will deal with.
okay.
I just want to make sure I want to understand this right. And this actually
66.
10-foot, 5. I'm looking at the radius. Can I see your player's handbook really quick? I think I've been doing
Am I incapacitated?
I think I've been doing grease wrong.
No,
I'm not
you're
incapacitated?
not incapacitated.
Then
No,
I'm
you're just
I have advantage on dex against effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or
On what?
on effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
What do you mean effects you can see?
I don't know. Ask the robots what it means
Ask
by
the
effects.
robot.
It means
Beep boop beep.
Attacks.
duh.
You're wonderful, Tim.
See.
The robot says she will live.
No, I just get to try again to live me.
No, I would give you that because you'll see the fire streak from her finger, so I'll give you advantage on that one.
Let's see if I do any better.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Worse.
Oh, you did worse.
Oh, I did better.
No, hold on. I'm thinking it's gonna hit a lot more people.
Yeah, it's 20
Well, a
foot
lot
radius,
more
it's gonna hit
people-
It's
everybody.
20-foot radius, but that also means that I've been doing grease wrong. It's a 10-foot radius, which means it's 10 feet in each direction, not 10 foot
You said 10
square.
Cube.
oh, I thought it
Or
was
10
Is
foot
it?
square.
Did it say 10-foot radius?
10 foot. You
That's
did the
a
first thing you did was a
square.
10-foot radius, and then we said that's too big, and you did a 10-foot
I'm.
square, not cube, because then it would be a
That's
lot
what-
of grease.
Does grease say radius or
Or
Cube.
diameter.
Square.
Square.
10 foot square? Okay. Then okay.
No,
then
the
I did
radius
not do that
part,
wrong.
fireball
Thank
is-
goodness. Now let me just double check the fireball. So I thought that said 20-foot radius.
It does.
Then yeah, that's gonna hit
Fireball is a super powerful spell.
everyone.
Everybody's gonna get. She's dead. She killed herself. She killed Orc. She killed.
20-foot radius. So 5, 10, 15. So yeah, every single person here
Yeah.
needs to make a dexterity. Even you. I'm just making sure.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Fireball is.
All right. So
13.
I'm
13?
I'm hoping that our mage
That's
is
a
paying
fail.
attention to. Pay attention to.
dexterity saving.
26.
26?
24.
24. That's a succeed.
What did,
20.
what did you get?
20. That's a success. Icky.
So
13.
I
Use that.
I
think so.
rolled a 13 with
She
my
already-
modifier is an 18. I'm going to give this to you.
Modifiers. Oh, with your modifier, it's
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that the 4 is going to give me an extra 1, so 19.
19. That's a success. Succeed. Succeed. Succeed.
So Jill handed me this.
Did you not use that for yourself?
I did not use it for myself.
Okay.
I
Go
didn't
ahead and
need it.
roll.
So then I get to add a 1d12.
And then Geisen.
So what was that?
Yeah, 9, which I assume is a hit.
Here, can you.
Your
when you
saving
have
throw
chance,
is a
can you
9
Discard that, please.
altogether. Yeah, that's a
I
fail.
wasted
And then
it,
I'll
Jill.
use my, which is
I only
probably
rolled
still
a
not
2.
enough, but I have
What do you
a,
got?
where'd that go? I have a
15.
thing.
What was it?
15.
I have an arcane deflection that makes it a 13.
Read arcane deflection
You're
to me.
welcome.
When you're hit by an attack or you fail a saving throw, you can
No,
use
no,
your
no!
reaction to
Too
gain
soon!
Yeah, no, blow me up!
plus 2 bonus to
blow it up, I'm
AC
with you!
or
There's
plus
a
4
ticking
bonus
time
to
bomb
that saving
underneath of
throw.
me right now.
So with your plus 4,
He's
what's
not
it
gonna
gonna
It's
be?
13.
He's gonna expire.
13. That's still a fail.
Okay.
Alright.
He's gonna expire.
So
even
then
if he
I
saves,
need. Whoops.
he's done.
Damn it. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not gonna be able to question
I could
him,
only save one
and
person.
I'm gonna have to blame you.
The wizard failed, or it got a natural 20.
He's still gonna.
What?
Sorry, there you go. The guy laying under Grelda got a natural 20 on a saving throw.
Can we
Okay.
like script this
This
guy
is
to
like
our
a-
party?
Oh, I will. There will be a description.
Dude,
That,
give him this.
yes,
Like-
he's apparently an essential NPC. All right, so it's 8d6 fire damage.
I think I'm
On a
dead.
success, you still take half. So you will take the full 8d6. You will, and the wizard will take a full 8d6. You 4 and Oric
You
will
didn't
take
make it?
half.
Been nice knowing you.
You didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
How far were you? Hold on.
I
Hold
don't
on.
know, I had
Wait.
13.
2 away.
You were 2 away.
He was close. Yeah, he was like 10 feet away.
I got something. I got something. I got something. I gotta have something. I always have something. Something. What do I got?
I am like out of shit.
Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do it.
What's this?
Do it.
Yes, something bad
Do
is
it.
happening, that's for sure.
Well, look at that.
He had it.
Wait.
He's got it.
I'm freaking turning, man.
Yeah, he's mathing.
Do it. Do it.
He will. DM told him to hold off. Oh my god. He's kicking us out soon, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, we're wrapping up it.
Lex is hanging out with us.
Yeah, it's pretty much as soon as, I assume as soon as.
Okay.
Is it gonna make a difference? Is it gonna make a difference,
So
guys?
Tyron gave me that.
Is it gonna make a difference?
After making a it's not a skill check or an attack
Fine.
roll. Did the one Sanishi gave you say skill check or attack roll?
No, it said
It said
throw.
It was
saving throw. Oh yeah, this won't affect that.
Thanks for the attempt.
I know what I'm doing.
So it is
what I'm doing.
34 damage.
It's always
That kills me.
You drop.
You're not dead.
I only have
Okay.
31 HP.
So and then half would be
Jesus.
17.
Jesus Christ,
No.
seriously?
15. Half of 30 is 15. Yeah, 17.
17?
So everybody else takes 17 damage.
I'll take
I
17.
have 16 hit points.
So you drop. You drop.
I'm good.
What do you take 17? Grelda takes 17. Sanishi takes 17. And then the grease ignites.
I'm not in the grease. I'm okay.
No, you're not, but they both are.
21.
And Auric takes... Where's Auric at? Auric is not dead.
What?
Yes.
Alright, so it explodes. Auric and Grelda, without speaking, Auric's hands reach back. Grelda's hands also reach back. They kind of grab each other and do this like circus barrel roll.
Aww.
To kind of move out of the way, like to move a little bit in order to take less of the flame. Tarnin, you actually, the door to the west, you actually kick off of it and kind of parkour away from it to kind of get away from the fire. Geisen, you're kind of, you look at it, you see the fire emit from her finger, and you just lock up. As soon as you see that, just that little spark of flame emit from her finger, you just, like, your whole body just locks up. And your eyes go wide, which causes you not to be able to move as you watch the fire actually engulf you. You drop. The wizard, knowing what she was doing, just puts her head down, the fire engulfs her, and she drops. And that is, she's burnt to a crisp with 3 times her max hit points, or twice your max hit points. So she drops.
She's dead.
Flames, yep, she's, same thing. Flames burst, like flames eating at her robe. Icky, you put your wings up in front of you to try and block it, but the blast is just too powerful and knocks
No more
you
wings.
backwards. And just like your feathers are all just singed. And that all happens in a split second, and then the fireball causes the grease to ignite.
Which kills Orange.
I need to find out exactly how much that is, because it might kill other people as well.
I was like this close to using a key point at the end of my last attack to just like end her. I was like, no, we got this, and I need to save these key points.
Yeah.
I do remember Sean saying he expected
People to die.
What level?
he expected at least one full party
What
wipe.
level spells Fireball? 3?
Mm-hmm.
It can be cast. It actually can be.
Adventurers
It actually
come
can
on
be
scene.
cast at a higher level with an extra 1d6 damage for each spell slot above
Yeah,
that.
it's ridiculous.
That's what she did.
She did it at 3rd level, so it's 8d6.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sanishi, Auric, and Grelda, I need a secondary dexterity saving throw.
Jesus fuck. Oh my god.
12. 8.
You and Auric both succeeded. You failed. Okay. So the fireball ignites the grease. You try and put your hand in to push yourself, like you're laying flat, so you put your hands up and they both go wide, so you're not able to get out of the grease ignites. You take 9 more damage.
Okay.
Since you and Auric were able to get out of the way, you keep like it's like two midgets at a circus doing tricks. You're just like, you end up rolling out of the grease. So it ignites the grease that's on you, but you aren't in the flames, so you guys only take 4 damage. Both you and Auric. And Auric is still alive.
Fuck him.
He doesn't have much left,
Wow.
but he's still alive. Alright, and then as we had discussed previously, the grease ignites and then almost immediately burns off.
Because it's an instant.
It ignites to do the extra damage, and then like 2 seconds later it's gone. So it's not a continuous damage. The grease is gone, the damage is gone.
The damage is gone. It never happened.
Okay.
He said it. That's what he said.
Hold on. So you're down and you're down.
They are both currently unconscious. There wasn't any extra damage rolls. Okay, so combat is now over.
I don't want it to be over. I don't want it to be over because then you're gonna start playing with all kinds of weird time flow, and I'm not gonna be able to start.
As
saving
soon
people.
as combat, there's no
All right.
aggression. Combat is
I
over.
am not waiting anymore. Who's down? Who can I see down? Her eyes are open and she's moving.
Yep.
All right. Why? You three are up. Give me perception checks.
All three of us?
All three of you, because you are still awake.
Yeah, I got 12 HP. I'm good. 18... 19.
17.
19, 17,
14.
14, and Oric rolled high as well. So, at the same time that you all are looking around, you also hear Oric say, "Holy shit, your friends are fucked," and you see that they're down. Like you can tell,
So
all
just
three
those-
of you can tell that both of
Those two are down.
those two are down and not getting up. You three are moving, so you can look at each other and you can see that like there's movement, and you look at them and you just know they're down.
Which one's closest to me?
You are right next to.
Okay, so I dive to
Yes.
Geisen and I immediately whip out my healing kit and try to stabilize him.
Okay. You don't need to roll for that, do you?
No, the
No.
healing kit.
Healing
it's a
kit is
roll if I don't
automatic
have
stabilization.
proficiency. I have the proficiency, so he's
Okay.
automatically stabilized.
All right.
As
So
soon as I think he's stable, I say stay with him and rush to the bird. How bad is the bird?
Okay.
It
Since,
smells like turkey. Got it.
so since you stabilized him, during that time I pulled out the healing potion I've got and I have it in my hand. So you have the option to take it out on your way to the bird.
you can do that.
Give it to him.
Okay. How's that work?
All right. So roll for him.
I don't remember how to roll that.
Normally, healing potion is a 2d4 plus 2.
2d4?
I believe it is a 2d4 plus 2 for a straight healing potion.
Yes.
7. 7 band-aids.
7 plus something, or just 7 total?
All right.
7 total.
So
Does it mean
action to
8 or
stabilize.
7?
Give me a death saving throw.
I think 7.
What's the?
It's 10 or higher. You save. 9 or
okay,
lower,
so-
you
but-
fail.
so
It's a
there's-
straight. Yeah.
Straight roll. All right.
Is stabilized 0?
5.
5. Okay, so that's 1 failed death saving throw. Stabilize is 0. You don't have any hit points. You're just not actively dying.
Yeah, you are.
She gives you hit
Not
points
gonna
by
die.
shoving
Okay,
the healing
so I have
potion.
7 now.
So your eyes, like your eyes burst, like your eyes pop open, and we'll come back to that just a second. So you failed your save. Make it to 30 feet. There's people on the ground. So
I can use my bonus
I-
to dash.
yep.
It's going to be there way before.
5. Okay, you can make it on the other side of him, and you can stabilize him. Yeah, you can stabilize him in time before he has to make another death saving throw.
I got my healing kit out. I'm using it. I whisper down to him, "Sorry, brother, I can't let you go to the eternal reward yet. There's work to be done." And you get 2 hit points.
But just a little bit.
So
of
actually,
Right?
Compared to the previous 0 hit
While-
points, it's very
no,
happy.
he got-
okay, so okay, you heal him, you wake up. When you, all right, you don't notice this. Or, what's your passive perception?
Oh shit, where is it?
Should be on the front
Passive
page. Towards the
Yep,
bottom.
front page senses.
13.
13. Okay, you don't notice this because you're moving too quickly.
Quickly.
You're within 10, so you don't notice this.
Sure.
You
Oh dear. You can text it to me.
So guys, we don't have t-shirts yet, but eventually we're going to have t-shirts for the whole team, right? And we'll start selling it to people who watch our videos.
It's true. If you stay tuned to this channel,
Which we will eventually have a channel.
yeah,
In different colors, even?
Do we
different
probably-
options?
we don't,
I
we don't have
prefer
a
gray.
team name, do we?
Well, there's going to be
Gray
black,
is good. I like
and then
gray.
black,
What about gray?
Different shades
and
of black?
Yes.
Which is like a version of gray? Because I really like gray.
Grelda, not being the brightest.
Well, yes.
Crayon in
because
the
then it'll
box
be black,
goes,
and then
huh.
it'll be a slightly
Right.
lighter
That was her
black.
reaction.
And
then
then there's going to be an
as
even
Tarnin
lighter
leans
black
down
that you might call white.
and touches you,
Maybe.
like with his healing kit or your
I'm
Med kit?
healing him.
I know. Your med kit in one hand.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
down and you touch him. As your eyes flutter open, being a follower of Desna, your eyes flutter open and you actually see like translucent butterflies. Because this is the second time you've been on the edge of death. And then all the butterflies seem to coalesce into Tarnin's hand as he pulls it away. And you both
Butterfly hands. It's a common.
You both wake up as Auric is laying on the ground, like slightly burned, looking close to death. Looks at you both, like his skin is kind of like got that black, just a black tint to it. Can I fucking get up yet?
So do I have any inkling of what the hell
will
with the
be
butterflies,
soon.
or is that just something that I'm seeing?
That's just something that you're saying.
I tell Warwick he can, and then I hand him the fullest wineskin of alcohol that I have available.
He like gets up to one knee,
Is he
Looks
not
at
in
you,
danger of exploding
gives you a
anymore?
nod.
No, he's not.
No, that was just till the end of his next turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gives you a
Fire's
nod,
gone.
takes a swig. Eyes go wide, gives you a longer nod, and just downs the rest of it.
Tammy's like, okay, minus one wineskin.
You good, brother?
Thank you. What? Shh.
I prefer not.
Thank
Everyone
you.
knows.
So this is a conversation that no one else hears.
Yeah.
It's off to the side.
I prefer not.
Just in character.
So those
That just-
t-shirts.
Thank you. So I have two hit
Grelda
points.
makes sure that, like you
Yeah.
okay?
So you never do. I wake up and see butterflies, or
No, your eyes.
You woke up and I noticed something.
So other than t-shirts, I think we should come up with like an option for something who people don't want t-shirts. Did anyone got any suggestions of side t-shirts? What?
Jock strap.
What is the purpose of
I
this
would
article
wear
of
it.
clothing?
Oh, I mean, I was thinking we totally need to jump on that, like, stupid
Leather?
rubber,
Oh, the rubber
the
band?
rubber
Oh.
bracelet
Okay.
thing, so
Bracelet.
people
That'd
can,
be
like,
obvious
use
that
our
this
brand
is
to
from
show, like,
the
what
past
setbacks
and
they've
not
done.
just from the fireball
Wait,
spell
what?
that
Oh,
just
that's what
happened.
high school and
No,
middle schoolers
no,
use those
no,
things
no.
for. So
I
we
don't
need to
know.
do that.
No,
Oh, right.
How about-
parent,
What do we
never
need?
mind.
Yes.
How about
That's
bibs?
Right.
I'm a
bibs.
grandparent.
Bibs. A grand? No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am a grandfather.
Oh,
Any
but
more
it's
than
but
that.
it's back.
It's as soon as you
Animal
take
themed
your breath in your
onesies?
back, it
Bird
comes back.
onesie?
Okay.
Yes, I am 110%
I-
down that.
I-
Down for
yes.
at least a time.
Okay.
Everyone's on Team
Alright.
Mickey.
Polar Andrew?
Yeah.
I will take an
You're goddamn right you're on Team Mickey.
Who's Team Mickey?
Everybody.
What I miss?
Everybody.
I hear
Pretty good.
T-shirts and Team Mickey. What am I missing?
Right, you're doing
we're gonna
whispers,
make-
so
I know,
making-
we're going to make onesies for all the characters, but everybody's on Team Mickey, so we pretty much only need to make Icky
Oh!
ones.
Okay.
Shout out to my brother. He's got Sparta, Wisconsin's Gamer Sanctum. Go check it out. I'm sorry, the whisper's over. Never mind. Go ahead. Next whisper.
All right. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sanishi basically is delicately working on standing up because she's not fully convinced that the grease is gone.
So
Tarnin almost looks embarrassed and then stands
Lose a
up.
body.
Just,
What's
Get
up?
up, soldier.
we
We
got a
got
body to loot.
work to do. And walks off.
Is that investigation?
If you want to loot a body, that is investigation.
Should I do
Hey,
the
you want to
investigation?
know
Yes,
how
you
we
should.
with this body?
Which body?
So this guy that was just on the edge of death, you're gonna pull him up and be like,
Oh,
go check her out.
Oh, will that make me? Will I have
No,
disadvantage
I'm just
or
saying.
anything?
wait,
That's
which
what
guy?
you're doing. That's just what you're
You're,
doing.
Oh,
you
yes.
you just
Yes,
literally
sorry.
brought him back from death,
Fine.
and you're gonna stand him up and be like, go check her out.
Now,
I
what's
just
your buddy? Chop,
it
chop.
doesn't have any negative effects. I just find it funny.
I asked
know,
him if he was okay.
No time to
Okay.
waste. Get
She's
looting.
quickly becoming my new lieutenant. I mean, that was harsh. And
Lieutenant?
lieutenant? Ah!
All right, if you are checking out the body,
Oh, I'm
Lieutenant,
checking
give
out
me an
the body.
investigation
What
check.
could possibly make you feel better after a near experience than finding good loot?
17.
Oh,
A burnt to crisp book.
nope, that was.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not.
I assume that book is long.
No, I'll let you do it. Roll a. Do you have a percentage dice? It's one that is like
Actually,
10, 20, 30,
Here.
40, 50,
Here's
60.
one you could use.
It's got a
That
10.
looks
It's got a
right
10.
to me.
It's
That would be his.
that sounds like a sump pump. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait. Roll that and then a 10-sided dice as well.
Seems like it needs attention.
So complicated. It's a die.
Since you don't have a 100-sided die. This is how we do.
This is how we do it.
Friday night.
Isn't that 8?
Is it only? And
That is only 8.
I think this is 10,
Yeah.
right?
That is
More
10.
perfect dining.
Alright, then it's the percentage die is the first number, and your 10-sided die is the second number.
22.
22?
Tarnan is actually kind of nervous around Icky from here on out.
Do what?
Tarnan's going to have to be a little bit nervous around Icky from here on out.
So,
Because he knows.
and then give me in addition to that, did you do an investigation check yet? I'm sorry,
You did.
did I ask for one yet?
It was 17.
17. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So, on this charred corpse, you actually are able to find a few things that did not completely burn up in the fireball.
Because they're magic. Yeah,
You
magic.
find one potion of healing that the cork is burned down to the top of the glass, and the glass has smudge burn marks on it. But the lotion,
It
rubs
puts
it on
the
its
lotion
skin.
and it's burnt skin.
This is my new
The,
favorite way to heal.
The liquid inside is what you
Nope.
would expect. So, somebody wants to write down what you find, so
Just
you
a
don't
little
forget.
warm.
All right, so
Write
there
it
is a
down.
potion of healing.
Geralda, use it.
You do pull out 2 rolled up scrolls, and as you open them, they're charred and they fall apart. So whatever they were
Wait,
is now lost.
Wait! Wait!
I'm waiting.
Before you try to open them, I will try to cast Mending on it.
Mending will fix the scrolls. It will not
But
bring
not to
back the
keep magic.
writing.
Motherfucker!
So, not knowing that, you do cast Mending on them.
It's a
you
cantrip.
unroll. Yes, you unroll the scrolls, and the parchment is fucking perfect. But you see 3 letters in the corners, and that's it. The rest of it's blank.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, well, Tarnan starts speaking Draconic, and anyone who speaks Draconic hears a whole lot of swearing.
So those are the scrolls. There is a. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna finish this. There is a partially melted silver comb in her hair. She was wearing a very nice silk robe. That is in tatters.
Your cloak is torched!
Can he fix the robe?
That's true. What state
Is there anything
my,
left? Is there anything left of her cloak?
What state is my
Oh, your cloak is
Sheet
fucked.
just like incinerated
The,
gone?
Is he-
you had thrown you had tied it around your neck like a
Yeah.
superhero.
Fuck yeah.
That the rolled part around your neck kind of survives, but the rest of it is.
I attempt Mending on the comb. Fuck it, why not?
Commander, can you try to mend my cape?
Please don't do this.
Please, Commander. I waited so long. I didn't kill any goblins.
Pretend you're trying.
I didn't kill any goblins, Commander. I was
You gotta
so
flip
Okay.
good.
You know you gotta roll.
Yes.
Mending repairs a single break or tear in an object such as a broken chain. It's not going, and it's only a foot. It's not a.
It's a comb.
It's
It's partially
melted though. It's not
partially
broken.
melted. Really? It's not a freaking magical item that I'm curing.
As far as you know.
That's true.
Well, it wouldn't be a magical item if I fixed it.
You with mending, it's melted. It's not broken. You can fix all the cracks in it, but you can't reform it to the way it was before.
Fuck. I just want a fucking couple of coins here. Come on.
That does get you
So
off the
I mean,
hook
it
for
is a silver cone, and you can cast mending on it, and it's solid, like it's there. It's just half melted, and it doesn't look like a very nice comb.
Yeah.
Melted.
If
But
you
it's
don't-
still
if you don't want
silver.
it, I'm taking it, because if we meet a werewolf, I'm gonna fling this at it.
And because of your 22, it was 22, right? You
Give me the cape.
grab the book that you dropped, you pick it up, you open it, and while the first quarter of it is burned beyond recognition, 3/4 of it are readable, and you can tell it's her spell
Sweet.
book.
Dude,
That's awesome.
good thing you lived.
Is this a readable spell book?
What?
Her cape.
I don't.
You make him do that noise a lot.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't know you were there. Come here.
This
Sorry,
one was,
Pale.
I
Come
think,
on.
more technically me.
I'm
Lex.
He's keeping his soldier
contractually
happy.
obligated to do so because he's my brother-in-law. I have to push.
I
him.
will say, in the 11 sessions we've done, you've made me make that noise more than we did the entire last session.
And it took us over a day to get over a bridge once.
I'm here to challenge you.
According to the spell.
See, I mean, like, because you, on one hand, you let him put the charred paper back together.
Stop.
So,
Mending does only work in a foot, and I don't think it's something you can stamp out quarter by quarter. So you could, but it's only a square foot of the cloth. You can repair a square foot of her
I
silk
make
cloth.
a square. I make it a short shawl.
so it's
Yes.
okay.
So Tarnin walks up to you, and again, like there's magic, and you're not like
Oh,
crocheting
please pull this out of
a
her
new
ear.
sheet. Like you reach up and you touch.
I handed it
You
to
touch.
That's the best
Oh
I can
yeah.
do.
Like
Yeah.
you have the little ring. You touch it, and a square foot kind of shimmers back to what it was before. It's like a little kid's cape. Comes down to like here.
Or a bib,
Or a
perhaps.
bit, yeah. If you flipped it around, it would be a bib.
Back
But
to his bed.
as he touches it, you actually see the shimmer.
No,
you
wait,
see
hold
it
on. You know
reform
what?
itself.
I want to see something. Just Tarnin. Okay. So Tarnin decides that it's not a cape anymore, and he takes it off, and he does his little thing, and he's not. And now he goes and ties it into behind her hair. She now has a foot long. What do you want to call it? Wrap.
No.
Yeah,
Around her ear?
Commander gave
In her
me
hair?
like my own family.
Like a babushka?
standard.
pretty much. No,
never
not a
gave you a piece of
babushka. It's a wrap around
you're a
on her
free
hair.
orc.
With
Oh.
her hair.
Just wrapped in her hair.
Yep, her hair's actually wrapped in it.
It's
Whatever.
like he gave me my own battle standard.
All
She
right.
has her own battle standard now.
So that's what you were able to find.
I can't fix that.
Everybody's taking their breaths.
It's amazing.
Oric is what's
The bug?
Yeah, we gotta check the other guy.
So you're happy?
the other guy's still alive.
Thank you, Commander.
No,
the
the
bugbear.
bugbear.
Oh, the bugbear. All right, then I need another investigation check from whoever is checking.
That guy.
You gonna help me?
Yeah, okay, I'll lift him up if you need to look under him. And don't forget the head is a lootable item.
18. If you want to carry it. You already have one head though, so you are adding extra weight.
Yeah, I'm not
18. You do find not on the bugbear actually, but tucked up under the bed. Find like you're reaching up under there.
Was he gonna say short sword? He was gonna say short
Dirty
sword.
magazines.
Short sword?
No, sticky magazines about dirty laundry.
No.
No.
Short sword. Short
You
sword.
reach up under there, and you actually feel like a hole in the mattress
That's
pad. Your finger touches, and you pull out
Ew.
a little tied up sack.
It's even worse.
And
better.
you hear like clinking inside of it. You open it up. There's actually 45 gold pieces
Nice.
inside of it. It looks
And
like
I
he's been.
just gave away my fucking card that would have doubled that.
So
I hate you.
45 gold pieces.
You did dick.
You didn't have to keep it.
I know.
But you didn't have to give it away. On the bugbear itself, you find patchwork leather armor that he's wearing that's been slightly sliced up. There's the javelin that pierced Sanishi, fell to the ground, which is mostly charred. And there is the morning star, the 3-foot long, very large morning star that he was using as a weapon.
We need a spot to hold up for a few minutes and rest.
Yes.
As you take a breath, Oric is on one knee and holds out the skin to you. Sit back.
Oric, we need a spot to rest. You want to stay alive, you need to tell us where the best spot is in this.
I can make
Well, I did enjoy the fucking wine, but not so much anymore.
Really?
Oh,
Hey, seriously, you still pretty pissed off?
Can we maybe see if he was trying to help us anyway?
Sure.
How long do you want to rest for?
Hour?
8
Would you-
hours?
8 hours would be fantastic, but I would settle for an hour if that's all we can get.
With this, he points at all the char, like the soot on the walls, and goblins upstairs, and
Goblins upstairs are not a problem right now.
We can go into a room and like close ourselves in. Just kind of like watch the door.
I can show you any room you want. I can't guarantee you won't be disturbed for an hour.
Well, that's
You don't
why
think
you
he looks?
are-
He looks at you and he looks around. He's like, "You don't think she's gonna come up from downstairs and
Who's she?
want to investigate this?"
Yeah, say she died.
What? No,
No.
there's multiple she's.
Yeah, we were already.
He
told
looks.
by-
He looks around at you. Nualia.
I was about to say it was New Alia.
She's always downstairs.
Shit, I was hoping the
It's actually
maid
gonna
was
be
the
old
she.
Alia.
No.
The mage. He looks at her. That was Lyria. Pretty and smart. Had a fucking obsession with Suto, though I never fucking understood.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Bitches be crazy,
Lost his
man.
head.
Bitches be crazy.
So where's the most likely place that Nualia is not going to find us for an hour? Your best guess. No bullshit.
Off the island.
So where is the closest 1 hour?
There's one spot that nobody goes for a good reason.
What's the reason?
Because everybody who's gone in there has died. He points to the doors to the east. There's something in there that Nualio studied. She took goblins and threw them in there and watched it consume them. She got bored, left it alone. Nobody goes in there because they don't usually come back out. If you want to not be disturbed, it's your best shot. Otherwise, you don't know when somebody's going to come and investigate.
Well, cheers. We're almost dead, so that sounds like a horrible option.
Are there any more healing potions around? Maybe an entire closet full of them?
It's in my room. You become sure you know there's no fucking healing potion.
Damn it, she was gonna go too. She was like,
Commander, I kind of like this guy.
Fine, he's your pet if he gets out of line. If he
No,
gets
no.
out of
Why would
line.
you do that?
no slavery. Slavery not allowed. I have a line. Grelda will walk.
Okay. I don't want Grelda to walk, so. It wouldn't be slavery.
Will you follow
I'd
me?
treat him well.
For just a second. If I
Fine.
can help you,
Go.
will you let me go?
You get my
The
people.
money
Hey,
was-
listen. You get my people a place to rest for 8 hours, and I'll make sure you're healed up before you go.
That I can't do. I can help. But if you want a good night's sleep, you're not going to get it in here.
What can you give us?
He pushes himself up.
Give me a second.
I'll offer my hand if he needs a hand up.
Oh, he's like, by the time you get over there, he's standing. Like, he's getting up slow.
Half of his
But no,
weight
he's
is alcohol.
standing up and he looks at you and he goes, give me a second. And he starts to walk back up the hallway where they had come.
Okay. So up this way?
Yep.
I follow.
Is anybody else following or was it
Yeah.
you guys? I know we're getting close to being done.
Put the bow away and draw my
Yeah, I'll follow.
hand on my sword just in case. Not drawn, just ready.
My axes are in my motherfucking hands, bitch.
Alright. As you walk up,
Wall.
there's a door to your north. There's two large doors to the west, right here.
Uh-huh.
Two large doors with intricate carvings on them. He walks by without a second look, walks up through the door to the north. The hallway curves west.
Okay.
There's two more doors. It almost seems like it's defensive for a reason. And then he opens up into a... I'll just move Icky up here. Into a room. Looks like a study. There is a table with papers and books and writing utensils as well as a large round table. He walks up to the desk, moves some papers to the side, hands a rolled up piece of paper to you.
Okay, I take it and I unroll it and read it. If
It
it's in
is a... I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's a mass healing spell.
common.
A mass healing scroll. Everybody within a 20-foot radius will get a certain amount of healing dice.
Fantastic.
So he hands it to you and says, that'll help.
This will help a lot.
Don't fucking go to sleep down here.
And he points to the door on the southwest corner of the room.
Yeah.
She's always down there. She's not
as human as she used to be. So, if that's your goal, then fucking be careful.
And you're out.
She paid good while I was here, but
You're not
she
going
ain't
back to
fucking worth
Sandpoint,
this.
right?
Fucking going back to Magnamar. I got enough money to pay off what pushed me away, so I'll be good.
See you around.
Don't die. And then
Kill
the
you.
door to the northeast of the room, he opens it. You can see there's a stairway going up. Closes behind him. And he's gone. And that's where we'll stop.
Wait, before we stop, before I forget, I walk up to Tarnan and I give him the bag of gold that I found. Thanks for the save.
45.
45 gold.
Then I say you'd probably be better off using this than me. And I hand him the
The spell
mass
scroll?
healing, yeah.
Alright.
I would be happy to be around when you used it.
Lars,
Yes.
just write down mass healing scroll somewhere.
Okay.
I will get you the actual